All right. Oh man, you guys actually didn't keep the ridiculous conversation going.
We legitimately have some of the dumbest conversations I think I've ever had.
We can start
It's
another
pretty
one.
amazing.
You can
Yeah.
start another one.
Do you
Well,
want us to?
no, I think we're good.
Paul and I could talk about college and people wouldn't believe it anyway.
I don't know that I do. I don't remember a lot of it.
I know.
Uh, all right. Hey, welcome to the Roleplay Give channel. We are playing against the Giants. Uh, Actually, I mean that's sort of a misnomer because we haven't actually used any of the content from against the Giants yet. But we are leading into with purpose and determination
We took
into
a tangent before we even got to the material.
yeah.
We killed a giant.
There was
We
a
were
giant.
against a giant.
Exactly.
And there's two now, so we are technically against the giants.
Well, we might hide from them.
I
That's
think
fair.
the fact that for this entire campaign I only homebrewed a little bit, I love to homebrew and I think I felt the need. I felt the need to create an interstitial adventure on the way in. So, okay. So, our group is heading from Saltmarsh to Neil Dra, the capital of Keeland, where they have been quasi-summoned by the King of Keeland, Kimbertus Scotti. While they were en route via airship with Meriwether's traveling Uncle Hastings, uh, they saw that
It's very weather.
the they saw the town of Woodsage just looking devastated. They went down to see what was the matter, and it was reported that burrowing creatures such as boulettes and ankegs had been just coming in waves every 30 minutes or so, attacking the town. After surviving and defending the town from another wave of boulettes and ankegs, and in this case also a purple worm, the group headed northwest towards the foothills of the Good Hills to kind of localize what was actually occurring. And as they got closer, they had another little boulette attack they had to deal with. And then they found a dead giant outside of a cave. The giant had its leg. Oh yeah, and you did have sorry, you did have some horses. I Did you guys send the rest of the horses away? Did you send them back to the town? Or they're outside the cave, aren't they?
I think we tied him up.
Okay.
Wow, I can't remember.
I believe I suggested not tying them up because then they would be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just letting them kind of be like,
Mill.
if they're there, great. If they're gone, maybe they can save their life.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Just there's nothing we can do about it. That door sucks. Okay, sorry. The handle fell off again.
Okay, I'll fix it later.
And now our dog is freaking out outside. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Can I ask you all my secrets and questions?
Sure. This wine is not
Okay.
good.
It tells you it smells like fabric softener.
I would say it's
like put your
maybe-
nose in it and smell it.
Yeah, it does. It's about 17% good. I drank it last night, but I didn't know because it was the last thing I drank.
This is a new bottle.
Oh, this
He
is
opened a new bottle. Yeah.
Oh, this is not
I
good.
told him to use the old one. Anyway, okay, so so things that I believe we have found, and others chime in if you know of others that I'm missing. We currently don't know if we're battling Lolth or Tharistoon.
Both. I mean, the two are kind of
right.
Like they're vying. There's cultists we're meeting from each, and they seem to be vying in some way for power. So, I mean, there's no saying we can't be against both of them.
Well, we just don't know like which one is currently. Our actions currently are against something, but we don't know which one.
Just against everything. We stand against it all.
And including the giants. Yes.
Including, on occasion, giants.
We are intending to try and gather artifacts of Loth that are spider silk style bracelets with pearls that attach themselves to the user, one of which was on Cora, who has wandered off.
That is correct.
We took a bracelet from Dory. No one is currently wearing it.
No one attuned that I'm aware of, right? You have one? I don't believe anyone attuned to it.
Okay. Robes has seen bracelets in his dreams. Nazenra is the new keep and is to the northwest.
Nope. Nozenra?
That's what the dead giant told us.
Nozenra is the chieftain of the Hill Giants.
Oh, right.
Nozenra is a person.
In the new keep.
And he's in the new keep or steading to the northwest. Correct.
Perfect. Okay, and then I think the only other thing that might be helpful for the party is that remember the dead giant through our beautiful game of telephone told us that there are a total of 4 giants in this cave. And we have already encountered 1 that's dead and 2 in the end of our last thing. That's all I got. Anybody else have other things?
I forgot how awesome that was. The
talk with dead?
The speak with dead through giant. It was funny.
All those charisma rolls.
All right. So we have basically caught ourselves between the setup and the secrets and clues questions. We're caught up. I just sort of want to get back into a habit, I guess, of having players introduce themselves and their characters. So if we could start, maybe Dusty, you started asking questions. You get to introduce yourself first.
I'm Vela. I'm Dusty. My character is Vela. And
That's fair.
she is two parts rogue, 10 parts cleric. That's a lot. And also is currently going through an existential crisis, trying to decide if she is in fact a cultist, because all clerics are cultists in her current worldview. She's trying to figure out if that's a true fact or not. So there are some current existential angsty things that are making her look and appear like a little bit more like Keyleth than I would normally play.
There are worse things.
No, I'm not. It's just a different style of play.
I mean, we're
Stop
basically
drinking
bad.
the wine.
Oh.
You're making awful faces. Can I have popcorn?
Yeah, please do.
Vela also has a not so subtle crush on Robes, who has currently been giving lots of attention to Merryweather and is getting her slightly jealous. Mary, you can go next.
Oh, it was a fake popcorn.
Yeah. I'm Robin. I play Merryweather Clark, and Merryweather is a furbolg. He is a ranger druid, so more druid than ranger at this point. She is not so much aware of Vela's jealousy, I guess, because of lots of different reasons, but yeah, so thanks for that intro. I guess Mary's motivation at this point, though, is to help protect the land against this threat of giants. These giants have threatened her home of Exwood in the past, and now her uncle is kind of bringing some news about what's been happening. So I guess figuring out what's going on with this new threat is pretty relevant to her. So, but I'll pop it over to Robespierre. Sure enough, why not add to the jealousy there, Vela?
All right, Robespierre. I am all warlock, so the hexblade variety. So I am a little bit on the kind of the melee side of things. And Robespierre is a Huan-Ti, and his warlock relationship is a little complicated. He was essentially somewhat drafted into the pact, somewhat against his will, although I guess there's probably some guilt that he maintained, having drawn the attention of the Weaver, his patron. He came to the party originally as actually an opponent. He was originally kind of spying on them and trying to undermine, or I guess, shift their efforts to support Gellin Primewater, who is turned out to be a very bad man. He was kind to Robespierre, but for ulterior purposes. And he is currently trying to stop Lolth. That is who his patron has been warning him about. She's been very clear that Lolth is the real problem and Tharizdun is a distraction. And all this giant business is kind of, to some degree, a secondary concern for him. And he has only minimal understanding of the obvious Vela crush because he keeps rolling real bad insight because wisdom is his worst skill, his worst attribute.
That's awesome.
And I'll popcorn over to Tony.
Hey, my name's Tony. I play a character, Nuben Hammerhalter. He is a tiefling monk. He is way of the Kensi, so also likes to punch and do things like that, but has all kinds of different Kensi weapons that you could see at different points, including his favorite, Hoffnungsval, which is his short hammer. Yeah, he's can be kind of a wild card at times. Makes interesting choices sometimes. Wisdom is also not his strong suit. So, yeah. So I guess we'll see where we go, and that leaves it. Last but not least, over to Elva.
Hi, I'm Ed. Scenario.
I mean
in the
Ed,
chat.
who's Elva. You know what I mean? Damn it.
And I'm playing Elva Willowspark. Elva is an Aasimar fighter who wandered into the Feywild as a child and grew up there. And so she is slowly and carefully readjusting to the way things work in this world. And maintains a lot of expectations that might come from the Feywild as far as how certain exchanges are handled. But she's a level 12 fighter of the Eldritch Knight variety.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. And so we're going to pick it up directly where we left off. So, the first thing is Cora's going to scarp her. All right. And then you hear the last thing you heard basically was Steve, get on the drums. And so you hear two giants sort of lumbering down the hallway, and they're arguing in giant.
And those are the drums we destroyed last time, right?
Right.
Okay. Ooh, Steve's going to be so disappointed.
I think he might be. All right, what do you guys want to do? You can hear them drawing closer. You think maybe you have 25, 30 seconds before they get to the hallway where you're at.
Is there any sign of the giant elk? Stop drinking it. Tell him to send it up here. My glass is empty.
There. Anyway, the
Giant elk.
yeah, the giant elk is. I mean, yeah, the giant elk. You can kind of hear it rooting around, maybe 50 feet to the north, west of you, like curving around to that hallway you can see up.
Sounds like it's in the way of the giants.
It's right here, right? So,
It's right here. He said here. Oh, that's a panther.
yeah, they don't have an elk picture.
Oh, got it.
That's
That's generic beast.
I think that's generic beast. Yeah.
Or that's the direction we hear the giants coming from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The long rest is complete, or the short rest rather is complete, right?
Yep.
Well, you all look like you're waking up. It does sound as though there are giants approaching. We could leave here. The drums are destroyed. We could go back outside and avoid further conflict with them at the moment. What do you all think?
We'll I think
We don't have long to discuss. They're approaching quickly.
we've we've accomplished our goal. We need to get to the capital to meet the king. I think we go.
Right. Well, let's move quickly then.
Okay. Do you want to move quickly yet stealthily, or do you want to just beat feet and hope you can get to your horses and
How far away are the giants based on their voice?
you think they're probably 100 feet away.
I'm just gonna follow y'all's lead, as I will wave you past me out of that little crevice, back toward the entrance, thinking that if they do catch us, I want to be on the front line anyway.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea. I think our rangy people should probably go first and try to maybe like slip through a little bit slowly. Like don't clang the drums, but I don't know. Y'all decide. You're going first. So Mary and Vela, you go first.
Oh, all right then. Let's. I'll try to go real quietly. And just we're heading out the way we came in, right? This way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to give me a stealth check?
Sorry, yeah.
Well, I didn't hear what I heard. Vela talking.
I
what were you
said,
saying,
would you, if you're going to try to move quietly, give me a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that will be awesome.
Tony, you may. Oh, yep. You were, okay. Oh, 18. Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Uh,
Vela, if you're
I'm
leading
gonna
too.
I am. Before I head down that way, I'm going to telepathically talk to the giant elk and tell it to attack any giants.
Okay. All right. You guys stealth out the door. To the north, you hear this elk sort of rear up and run off to the north. And then you hear, "Hey, it's an elk!" Boom! As it gets rammed by an elk. I'll roll the damage on that just to see. Yeah, ram. Do it. Does it hit? Yes.
It does.
Man, don't mess with the giant elk. Okay. So it got rammed by an elk. All right. So what are you guys doing down farther?
I'm just waiting for Noobs and Robespierre to be past me.
Yeah, I'll say, Noob, after you, you're a bit stealthier than I am. You won't fuck it up. You may be muted.
You are muted.
He wasn't talking either.
No.
Oh my god, you fucked it up.
Well, a
I
skill
jinxed
check
you.
is not an automatic fail.
That's true. Thank God.
So the DC is not going to be terribly high because there's now an elk attacking them. So
Yeah. A +9, man. That's clutch.
Yep. So.
All right. I'll follow after Noob and hope that I don't make any noises.
All right. Yep, you're fine. All right, and then
I'll
Elva.
bring up the rear.
Okay.
There
So you guys sneak out of the cave and back out, and you see the sort of lost of legged giant still laying where you left it. Your horses are still there. I think you have 3 left at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only 5 of you now because you have all realized again that Cora has fucked off. I'm wondering if Cora took a horse.
Did she leave her horse?
Yeah. She would have left her horse.
I think
Mhm.
she forgot she had
Probably with
oars
she
at one
probably,
point.
yeah,
she probably would have left some bags of mangoes attached to the saddle too.
yeah. If she has any mangoes on it, there's probably mangoes, and then like don't eat them all at once. They're really sugary. So okay,
She's not wrong.
so you guys can take off on the horses back towards Woodsage. Uh,
Are we just heading north at this point?
or are you just heading north? You guys were just gonna head north overland towards Neildra.
I don't think we have any reason to go back to Woodsage. We did what we set out to do there.
I forget the context. We were dropped off and we were going to be picked up a certain amount of time later, but
Well,
then Vela did announce, so I don't remember with the
I
airship
think
what the plan was.
after Uncle Hastings agreed to take the women and children from Woodsage to the capital where they'd be safe, they just set out. I don't think they
Okay.
were picking us
So
up anymore at this point.
I think you're right. I couldn't remember exactly what had happened there, so
Okay.
that makes sense.
All right. So, you guys, it's probably now getting on towards early evening. It's now late spring, early summer, so uh, sundown is still a couple hours away. Uh, where you're heading north towards Nildra. Gonna bring up the Qland map here. Doo doo doo. Where's my map? It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. Okay. So let's see. You guys are Woodsage here, and Neildra is almost straight north of Woodsage. So, it is 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 miles away. So that will be on horseback. I think you guys can do 60 a day. I think is what. So you're roughly 2.5 days out of Neildra. So uh, as you're sort of in like this prairie now, this open prairie land. As you head north, you can see the good hills stretching out along. They're sort of moving away from you as you move north, but as you go north, they get larger, and so off in the distance, 30, 60 miles, as long as it's a clear day, you can see them. Uh, let's have a weather roll. Uh, Somebody roll me a d20, please.
I got it,
All right.
but I won't do another one. Especially if 10 is bad.
No, it's just whether or not it's raining or windy or, And I believe that I lost all of my sweet rollable tables.
How?
For
Oh, that's sad.
Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So, um,
Not laughing at your table loss. I'm sorry. I was
Oh.
laughing at the prediction of what the weather
no,
was.
summer weather. I'm gonna go with spring, and you rolled a 10, and so you have light clouds. it's a it's a warm day, or it's a warm evening. How late do you guys? You just took a short rest. How long do you want to travel? How many miles do you want to go? Do you want to push it and maybe go like 15 miles on horseback yet? Put some distance between you and the hills.
We can
I
sleep
think we push
when
it.
we're dead.
Would anybody be interested in sort of keeping close to the hills a little longer? It might add like a half a day of travel, but keeping a little close to the good hills so that we can see if we spot any signs of the northwest keep.
I suppose if this is what they're going to be asking us to deal with, it makes sense to understand where things are. I think that's a fine idea.
Okay. So as you guys stay sort of hugging the hills a little bit anyway, it's going to add probably a day to your journey.
Okay.
Okay. So, uh, heading. I'm not sure I caught how much time you wanted to put into traveling into the evening. Like, not wanting to. Your horses don't have dark vision. So,
I mean,
riding.
I think we push it as hard as we can handle.
Well,
And
bear in mind that the horses are carrying 2 riders apiece too.
yeah, and I guess that's the
So-
parameter is, how much can the
Yeah,
horses
and if they
handle?
don't have dark vision, I wouldn't want to go too far past dusk, because we lame a horse, we're screwed.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone comfortable, knowledgeable about horses enough to say?
I mean, I can be a horse if that's ever.
Well, that does help a
no.
little bit.
You're the best, Mary.
I mean,
Actually,
I would
that was
imagine.
Dusty saying that about Robin.
Oh, okay. I would imagine that gives me some insight into horses' abilities if I can at times become one myself.
I believe you also have animal handling as a proficiency.
I do.
I
I
really,
do.
really want to make a joke, but it'd be totally inappropriate to say this to Mary, so I won't.
That's certainly.
Oh, you should go ahead and try and see what happens.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to try. You're bigger than me.
I don't know anything about these animals. They're. I think if I met them in the Feywild, they would have a lot more personality.
They probably would be quite different. I would agree. But I would share what I knew about horses to help us make a determination.
Sure. Give me an animal handling check. Well, what's your score? You don't need to roll. What's your score? Is it like over
Animal handling? It's a +7.
+7, yeah, that's fine. Because with a +7, you're not going to fail. So, yeah, you think that probably, you think probably that's a good idea with 2 riders on these horses, and at night that you very likely could harm the horses if you kept going too long. And in fact, you guys may need to rest them a little more than you normally would with them carrying 2 riders. So.
As we go, I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for, like whoever's. I am not leading the horse, in my head at least. Though I guess I could be. I don't know. There's only actually one person. One horse only has 1 rider, which I assume would be Mary based on fur bulk sizing.
Probably would make the most sense. Yeah.
If Mary turned into a horse, we could ride 1 apiece.
Somebody would be riding Mary.
No. No.
How long can he stay an animal?
I don't know. Why are
This
you asking
joke
the
is
question?
killing me, guys. Oh my God, you need to stop bringing it up.
I like it when Winston comes to games a few drinks in.
Oh man, 3 hours I can stay a horse.
Come on, guys. I can't picture one of us having to slap her in the ass and say, "Giddy up." Let's just let her ride
I'll
away.
Newbin, please.
Slap me in the ass, I'll bite you, Newbin.
Oh, this is a different angle than I was expecting.
Yeah, I just learned to expect the unexpected.
I didn't expect Mary
Riding
to be
with
a rider.
We did take a tangent before we
normally
started the
bite.
game.
But I would to protect myself. Come on.
So, are you guys stopping relatively soon?
Newbin being into spanking doesn't surprise me.
Yes, I think we'll take it easy. We won't use the ride one of the players strategy.
Okay. Glad that has
At
a
least
name.
not like this.
Glad that has a name. So, would
Not turning into a horse anymore. I will be something else, and you will have to fend for yourselves.
Do you get fly speed yet?
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
because of the multi-classing.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Will somebody roll a fateful? Well, if you're pulling up for camp, as the sun goes
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
I'll
I
roll
think we
it.
have to. I don't think
Yeah.
we can push the horses that hard.
No.
D20?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
D12.
Oh, yeah, D12. That's not D12, that's D10.
In general, as we
5.
were going, did I notice anything that looked like it might be a keep?
Give me a perception check. No, you don't notice anything that looked like a keep, but at one point you could have sworn you saw um, two hill giants cresting over the hills, walking in the direction that you were coming
Mm.
from very far away. Yeah, that you guys said you were going to stay a little closer, so you're not like 30 miles away anymore. So I guess as
Or
you're
they could have
I
been
would probably-
dwarves and much closer.
yes, objects.
I probably would have flown up and down occasionally, so I would have had the option to see farther away.
And if there
Rope's
ever
got an
is
8.
anything that you see, Vela, let me know. I mean, I've been trying to make some marks on the map that we have to see if we can figure out any other routes or anything like that. So you've got better eyes than I do. So if you see
Oh well,
things,
there were 2 behind us.
and I've
coming
already
from-
marked where we were.
No, they weren't coming
so-
the
Right.
same. They're not walking the same. They're walking towards where you came from. So they're walking to the
Oh.
southeast.
So as I was looking at them, they were to our west, heading south to
Correct.
the keep where we came from.
Correct. Not the
Okay.
keep, but towards
The cave.
That cave, yeah.
Right, the
Mhm.
cave. Okay. All right. So I would probably go over to Mary's map and kind of try to figure out where my
You know,
finger keeps
with a-
blurring, and it's really messing with my
With a
face.
with a 25, I'm gonna say you also noticed that one of them was carrying a very large rudimentary lathe.
Lathe?
No, it was a shovel.
They had a rudimentary lathe.
No, it was a shovel. But
That
A
could be a
shovel.
rudimentary lathe if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
if you're willing to work hard, you can make it happen. But yeah, it's a shovel. You saw a shovel.
Is it a rudimentary shovel?
Just extremely rudimentary lathe.
Yeah. That.
But if we see enough of them, we might be able to, like triangulate where they're coming from. So we can make some notes.
As
them.
we set up camp, Katha could fly around and scout. She's less obvious than the rest of us.
Probably better than me flying up in the air all the time.
She's harder to see, simply by virtue of being very small.
Yeah, go ahead if you want to have Katha roll a perception check.
Yeah, so I will actually shift my
It-
vision into
is-
Katha
is
as we're in.
Katha got the dark vision, or can you put that into Katha?
When I shift my vision in, I use her senses, and I don't recall. I think the fake sheet we made doesn't have it, so I'll
Okay.
have to look on D&D Beyond. But
We'll just play it by moonlight.
But yeah, regardless, I will shift my vision into Katha and fly around scouting.
Okay.
And I figure we'll go maybe fly out in widening circles for maybe an hour.
Yes, Bridget is.
Her flight speed is 50, so she can cover quite a lot of ground.
Got it. Okay. Give me that perception.
And my shield gives me advantage on perception checks, which is good because I rolled real bad.
I like the idea of how a shield giving perception, like it just glints the light off it in quite the right way to make little like.
Well, and when I like flavor wise, what I've said is that there's an eye on it that actually is
Yeah.
looking around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't apply as much when I'm looking through Katha, but it does give me advantage on perception checks. So
Cool. Um, you don't. The Cutha doesn't necessarily see anything. I mean, you feel you don't see through Cutha's eyes anything untoward, unnatural. Um, there's, uh,
and no signs of a keep.
no signs of a keep. Um, but you don't feel like at 12, you feel like it was pretty good. Like, it's pretty good.
And
But
I suspect that it's sufficient to have seen any giants approaching.
um, so uh, just to give you guys a hint where you're at, though, there are no trees. This is you're going through tall grass. Occasionally, you come to a place where because you're hugging sort of the hills where there's like a little bit of craggy outcropping, and you see mountain goats have been like chewing the grass down. But otherwise, you're not on a road. You're cutting through like open field, and where some of it you can see that maybe herds of ruminant animals have chewed down. You also see giant prairie grass, and it's I don't know if you've ever. I mean, I'm thinking about being out in Exmoor in England, but whenever you're in a place where there's nothing for miles except for the hills, the sky just seems enormous. There's nothing to give you any um, like sort of gauge of distance and height, and the sky looks just enormous. And so it's that kind of thing. You're looking, you have 120 miles to go sort of northeast at this point as you're curving along with the hills, and it's daunting how open this prairie is, and it seems to go on forever. You don't see farmhouses in the distance, nothing. There's nothing out here. So, um, are you doing a watch this evening?
I
Okay.
would say absolutely.
Yes.
So here's how I would like to play this because I think it'll be fun. Um, uh, Whoever's on watch, you can decide how you want to do the perception check. If you roll over 18, I want you to immediately roll D100 afterwards. So,
If you roll over an 18?
yep.
Well, I will certainly take a watch.
I can, well, I can as well. I don't have dark vision though, so I don't know. Like, I don't know
Nope.
how
Cover for you,
that would
Mary.
Yeah, Noob has dark vision and is happy to take a watch too.
okay.
Are you all just doing single watches, or is anybody doubling up? Like, you can double up your watches too.
Mary, do you want to take watch with me?
Sure, Vela, that sounds pleasant.
Stay away from ropes.
I guess I'll take a watch on my lonesome.
Oh, you don't have to, Robes. Do you want me to take watch with you? I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I guess he wouldn't say it like that. Be like, I mean, if you wouldn't want to, Vela, we can. Or I could just get some extra sleep.
Wait, you're getting extra. Oh, sure. I can totally just cover you, Josh. That's
Nah,
fine.
I'll take watch. I'll take watch. just in
Teenager
case.
disappointment. No, that's cool. Totally cool.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
I'm just
you need to
kidding.
sleep. You
No,
need
no,
to
no.
sleep, Robes. It's fine.
I am just joking.
I feel like I've
I
misread
can
a
only sleep
signal
so
here.
much.
Okay.
I'll keep any snakes at bay.
Who's taking first watch?
Noob just rested, so he can take first watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me that perception check. If you roll over an 18, give me a D100. Oh, your watch passes peaceably, quietly, nothing out of the ordinary. Who's up next?
The
now we're-
D100 sounded kind of like a penalty for a high roll, so I was good with 8.
I mean,
Steve
it's
Bear just skated right under it.
It's not
Yep.
necessarily a penalty. I'm just using your perception to see if you notice anything in the distance, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I can take second watch.
Okay. Same situation. Okay, give me that D100. 95. I don't want to do that. I'm using the Xanathar's.
That's how dice work.
I know.
Often dice will tell you that you didn't want to randomize that choice at all.
Yeah. But it's fun, and I'm going to
Do it, Paul.
I'm going to
Do it.
stay with what we have. So, I don't feel like these creatures would be grassland creatures. So I'm looking at it going, what? But it's far away, probably maybe 15, maybe as far as 20 miles away. But everything carries out here. There's nothing to stop the sound, and it's faint because it's so far away, but you hear the sounds of like a screech, almost like animals rutting. And then you hear a thud and another as the ground slightly vibrates, and you can tell it's coming from what you hear to the west.
They're very busy.
Very large, too. They're heading not directly at you, but within perhaps an hour. They could be within a half mile of you, maybe coming right at you. You can't tell.
I'm gonna send Katha up to take a look.
Okay, are you putting your perception into Kotha again?
Yep.
Okay, so you're blind on the ground and nobody's with you because you're the
Blind
only
and
one awake.
can't hear.
Okay.
Yep. But eyes in the sky, so they can. Katha can look back at me occasionally.
I don't really have anything nefarious planned, but every once in a while I like to point out, like, you put yourself into an extremely vulnerable position. I wonder if I should do something about that. No, I don't do that.
100% did.
Okay. Kotha goes up into the air, and what she sees as she flies 50 feet, going within about 2 minutes, flying west towards where you think this noise is coming from, you see 2 mating Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
I knew it was dinosaurs.
I don't like dinosaurs in Dungeons and Dragons. I just don't.
Wow. I did not expect that.
No, me neither.
I wouldn't think they'd mate like that. I think they would fertilize the eggs, but
It's D&D dinosaurs. It's different.
I'm learning new things all the time.
Wait a minute. Is this from the other game where we talked about
Cloacas?
Cloacas? Yeah.
Those
The
dinosaurs would have
T-Rexes
cloacas.
probably do have cloacas. The same ancestors as the chicken.
Well, then they're not doing what I said. I don't know how chickens.
Hey,
No,
this is
that's-
a fantasy world,
you're
so
good.
they could.
That's your fantasy, Paul.
They
It's-
need.
In this
Super
fantasy
not.
world, T-Rexes fuck.
They
There's
do. Chickens
Wait a minute,
do
do
too.
chickens not do the dirt?
No, they do. Yes,
Oh.
they do.
So
Yes,
there's a
but in
part of
this
me that
world,
wants
they
to
do
know
it
what
for
you're talking
recreation.
about, and then there's this other part of me that's like,
Um,
no, don't ask. Don't.
Chickens just have one hole. That's all. So everything happens in that one hole. That's the cloaca.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
Like the
That's the
Swiss
appropriate
Army knife of
response.
orifice.
Welcome to Roleplay Give. Not only do you get to watch Dungeons and Dragons, but you learn a little biology along the way. That's one to grow on. Okay.
We're givers. That's what
right.
it's about.
Today's gift is knowledge.
RPG, really pretty gross,
Yep.
is what that stands for.
Yep. All right. So that's what you see. You think that they're heading sort of towards you.
Wait, are they
Wow, maybe?
walking or? That's exactly what I was doing.
They are.
I'm not really sure what's happening now.
It's kind of like a walk and talk. They're
That's not talking.
well, you know.
That,
The one doesn't seem as impressed with the other, is what I guess I'm saying.
I'm glad I'm
Understandable.
sleeping.
I've seen this in a nature movie where the one's like, "No, I'm leaving," and then you know follows them along. So.
well, I will have for the rest of the watch. I'm gonna have Katha sort of split the difference and keep watching through Katha's eyes so that I can make sure that nothing is approaching me, but also that they're not getting close enough to be a problem.
You got it.
Can we wake up Vela and Robespierre so they have to watch this together?
Nope.
Well,
I just want to see how awkward it gets.
I'm gonna say that by
That would
the
be
time
so fabulous.
by the time Elva's watch is over, they're not coming at you, and you guys would have to actually
I would hope
Or
not,
each other.
go to them to
because
engage.
that crosses into a whole different adult rating if they're doing that, Paul.
I think I have the adult thing on Twitch. I feel like I probably
You
covered.
better double check.
All right. All right.
After this
Kids need
conversation.
to learn. The kids need to learn how it
true.
works with
That's-
dinosaurs.
And
Yeah,
with
well,
all
and-
Apparently,
like
I
this.
needed to learn how it works with dinosaurs.
Yeah, while they're walking and from a
Saying.
distance.
From a distance.
Yeah,
So I will wake up Vela and Merwin for the next watch.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
Because you said you're taking it together. So
Yep.
just there may be some amorous giant lizards about. You'll hear them if they are about. I don't know that there's anything to worry about.
Maybe they'll be resting now. Leave us alone.
He's
very
clearly not
specific
talking about
update.
Robespierre.
One of them's having a cigarette.
Oh yeah, nice. I forgot Robes is a reptile.
They're really, really big. Though the arms were similarly scrawny.
We're gonna go nowhere tonight. We're just gonna be like, and we did watches.
So Mary or Vela, who would like to do the role?
I mean, I think you have a better chance of seeing what's happening. I'll just be ready if something does.
Okay, I can do that.
Give me a D100.
Oh, please get a 95.
95. Let's see it. Oh,
It's 79, 10 less, and it would have been real exciting.
Ooh.
You said ooh, and then dramatically shut up.
I
That's
know. I'm
terrifying.
not
That's way
trusting this at all.
terrifyinger than your like creepy doll voice, even.
What creepy doll voice?
Oh, that's the one.
I just want to be held. All right. No. God, how do I work this one in? Man, I'm regretting doing this.
If you drank more of this laundry detergent scented wine, I bet you'd be doing much better.
No, I'm not drinking any more of that. It was foul. I put it on the counter.
I know Miles brought it to me.
Oh, it's not good. Okay.
Can I say something I want to do during our
Yes,
our
please, because
our
I'll be
watch?
setting this up while you guys are doing
Okay. It's nothing big, but Vela had given me a little doll a while back, and I want to show her. I took it and I braided the hair, kind of like I braid my own, and I have it hanging from my quiver. So I would just point that out to Vela as we're sitting. Well,
Aw.
she's watching, but I'll be and then I thought I'd have a ride on my quiver like this because I don't know. Then she gets to see the world as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. Did you give it a name?
Haven't really thought of one yet. Maybe it'll come to me.
Do you have any siblings back at the steading that maybe you want to name it after?
Oh, I don't know if that's such a good idea. I think she deserves a name of her own.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought maybe. Do Do you have siblings back at the Stenning?
I mean, I have cousins. I don't have any direct siblings, but I've got cousins I grew up with.
Oh, I don't have any siblings either.
Yeah.
So, really, you could name her what you thought your siblings might be named.
I
That'd be your
could.
own name.
We'll
Does
see what.
Merryweather like mean something? Like happy weather?
Wouldn't that be nice? Not to my knowledge.
Oh.
It's does Vela? Does Vela mean something?
I don't know. My parents died before I got to ask.
Hmm. It's
Well, at least I think they died. Then I got this weird stuff from the lake in that place that sinks and
mm,
stinks and has the creepy lady who Robes took a fingernail from.
I
Um,
do remember that.
there
And you
was
think
that
maybe they
stuff.
weren't dead?
Well, it's a knife with my dad's name on it. That's weird.
It is weird. And you're sure it's his. It's not somebody with a similar name.
I mean, I guess maybe I could have cousins too. I guess. That seems Ugh, that seems anticlimactic. I was really excited for like a weird like my parents aren't really wait, okay. My parents aren't really dead kind of thing.
You
Um,
know, though, there are some of those spells that sometimes I'm able to track a person that I know. Do you have the ability to do that? Would you be able to see if perhaps
no,
like they'd be
that's
alive?
amazing. But I wouldn't I mean, I don't know him anyway. Like they died when I was super duper duper
Oh,
young.
so you wouldn't
It's
even.
not like I don't really know him, you know.
Yeah.
Know him. I mean,
Yeah,
I know of him.
they have to be familiar to me and then I can
Hmm.
track them down.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so as this conversation is happening, uh, I would like so that with that roll, you guys hear sort of coming from the
Hear that?
northwest. You hear like hooves and then a snorting sound.
I do not like the chat. I do not like
I
the
know.
chat.
I know. That's why you're talking so seriously about your dad, and I'm like trying not to read the chat because it's like, oh my god, shut up.
True.
That's true.
I think I am. It's
Yeah.
true. So we hear what?
You hear the
What do we hear?
sound of thundering hooves, almost like a stampede. You can hear it coming in the distance. It is running directly at you guys. Nubin and Elva and Robes, uh, I'm going to ask for a perception check. If you roll over a 15, you wake up. Otherwise, um, okay. Still sleeping, still sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
Elva wakes up.
My shield woke me up.
Hey, get up! Incoming! Uh, so,
I think there's it sounds like a stampede. You're right, Vela. Should we wake the others maybe so we can get out of the way?
Oh,
you feel like they're coming at you. You've
Robes!
probably.
That's so not okay!
uh, uh,
I'll
they're.
wake up Newbin.
Okay. So, coming at you, those of you who can see easily in the dark, you see metallic looking bulls running towards you.
Are they
Uh,
on parade?
yeah. One of them then, you know, get it down now. Oh, and it just.
I'm not sure what this would mean, but I was really hoping that you said bowls, like BOWLS.
I know.
But
I heard bowls too.
That's what I heard too, and then I'm like, oh, maybe
Bowls on
bowls.
parade.
They're like
yeah,
rolling.
Somewhere
There's
now.
It was.
This is like a different way of referencing a bowling ball. It's
Yeah,
like
no.
a
This
bowls, and they're all
encounter
like,
is you run into a bunch of potters who are wandering through, and they have a bunch of bowls.
Oh, guest starring Kate.
yeah.
Or it's a bunch of stoners, and they offer you.
I was thinking stoners.
Yeah,
Like,
bowls.
Sounds like a more pleasant evening.
They would not be
than
running though.
Mechanical
No,
bowls
they're
that
not running.
well, they think they are.
They might be lucky if they're eating their Cheetos quickly.
In any case,
Oh,
We're
man.
moseying.
I'm going to say that you can all be awake. Your horses begin to panic.
Wait. I wake up Robes with a not so gentle nudge/kick. That's all.
I
was
will
having the
gently wake
strangest
up
dream.
Ruben.
Roll for damage.
All right, you guys are awake and alert in time to see. I will be placing. I want you guys to come.
Now, none of us will have armor on.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Well, I guess
Just
Vela
down.
and Mary could because they were on watch. They
Yep.
could have put it on if they were going to take it off again.
I've got leather armor. It's easy to take on and off.
It's true.
I'm wearing a breastplate, so
It
probably
takes
wasn't
you-
wearing it.
Just a minute to put that on or take it off.
It
Yeah.
pays to not wear armor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are we in
So glad we
initiative?
had spaghetti for the stream. Oh, sorry. Yes, I would like you all to roll initiative.
I don't see the
Can we?
button. Is a combat not started?
It is
Oh,
not.
there. It's slowly coming.
Uh-oh.
That is
Hey, I'm hitting the
I
fifth.
also Foundry doesn't accommodate this, but I have advantage on initiative checks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll again,
Actually,
and if it's
I
better than
think Tony does too now, right? With the warning.
Yeah.
So yeah, go
I'm,
ahead.
yeah.
I'm just
So
gonna roll this
it-
as an ability check because then it won't override it if it's lower.
I think it did accommodate for it. If you look at your initiative roll, Elva, you have 2 dice in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I can't figure out how to roll at all. It won't let me.
Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't have any symbols, but I just clicked where it normally
Where it normally is, yeah.
and it worked. So
Robes where the symbol normally would be.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Right click yourself and click where the symbol is.
There it goes.
There you go.
Paul, just FYI, I'm gonna equip my leather armor because I think Vela would have put on something, but probably wouldn't have put on her mariner's half plate.
Yeah. There is donning and doffing times in the player's handbook for how long
Yeah,
it takes.
I've got it open if anybody wants
Yeah.
to just know.
I was just
Right.
about to
Well,
pull
that's
it
why
open.
I went with leather because
Okay.
I was like I had enough time to don the leather,
Okay.
but I wouldn't have bothered with the mariners anyway for overnight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I unequipped mine.
All right.
I need to
Okay,
step
yeah.
away
You guys
for
see
a
and
quick
move your
second. I'll be right
tokens.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you place a Katha token down?
I can. I think it's weird when you say somebody's the owner of the token that they, can't like own it, It's
Mhm.
weird.
And we have not got the effect of the long rest, right?
Correct.
Got it. So glad you all were rolling high.
Sorry.
I mean, it
No,
could have
it's okay.
just trampled us while we were
That's
sleeping.
that's what would have
It-
really happened. That's true.
Well, I
It's
could
true.
have had 2 like beast things happen, like
Yeah.
they go off to the side. They go off to the side, you don't see them, but I
Mhm.
figured these are extremely malicious monstrosities. They would know you were there and come at you.
Good.
So, yeah, this
Maybe
is,
if folks hadn't been quite so argumentative in the chat.
this
I
is grassland encounters levels 11 to 16. So,
Nice.
um,
Good thing we're right on the cusp of that.
well, I mean, I think bandits are in here. You know, it's not.
No, it's all good. We'll be good. D&D doesn't understand power level. So
Just
we're fine.
banish them all.
It
Send
really
them somewhere.
doesn't.
And
I actually think I might be able to banish a couple of them.
and then go back to sleep.
Well, Elva
Well,
is
they're
up.
banished for what, an hour?
It's true. I believe it is.
Yeah, banish for a Oh
Or a
no,
minute?
just a minute. 1 minute, unless they're not from this plane, but they probably are.
All right, so this is probably a Pythagorean question, but Vela only needs 4 hours. She intentionally has the last 2 watches because she doesn't need them to get
She
her
only
long
needs
rest.
4 hours of sleep. She still needs
The
4 hours of light
trance.
activity to get the benefit of. She still needs an 8-hour rest period to get the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody does.
Yep.
It's just that you
I
don't have
don't-
to be asleep for all of it.
I never understand the benefit of that 4-hour thing. It seems stupid.
Well,
I mean,
you
I
could
guess
take
it could
2
be.
watches
It's
and
like
not
Yeah.
have to.
it's like
Exactly.
it's like the comment of like you can hide even if there's no cover. Like, not really.
That's actually a great benefit.
You can, well, no, it's you can attempt to hide. That's what the phrasing is for. Which one? There's one of the races that gets it where you like you can attempt to hide. What? Yeah, but I can attempt to hide anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean,
It
you can
doesn't-
actually.
It doesn't give you.
But mechanically, you can't.
Right.
So, in order to hide mechanically, you need to have total cover. The wood elf has, if you're lightly obscured by foliage, you can attempt to hide even though you're not fully covered. So it
got
is a huge benefit.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So 4 hours and 4 hours, and I can. All right. I disagree with all of those statements being a benefit, but I'll go with it.
Okay.
I
I've had
also
too
would like
much
to
wine
point out.
too rapidly.
Oh no. I'd like to point out that I have no doubt that the word is doffing, because Paul said it. But I would like to point out that that is one of the more ridiculous words that I've ever heard in my life.
Oh.
I doff my hat to you for pointing that out. And
That's
for,
right.
Nice.
I will
Donning
my
and
hat in
doffing.
response.
It's right there in the book. Like,
I,
Hey, I,
it is
we-
a
I
fun
believe
word.
that's what I'm saying. You
When-
said it out loud,
when-
Paul. I have no doubt that you
We
said the
had
right
exactly
thing.
this conversation in my home game yesterday.
Wow.
Yep.
when
Because we were
COVID
making fun of-
started,
Why would you not say take on and take off? Because it would need twice as many words.
when COVID first started, and the kids and I would walk down the sidewalk, I would allow them to keep their masks off, and I'd say "Dawn" as people were coming up to us, and "Doff" when they were past us.
I
And
mean,
that way
there
we
are
practiced
words that,
donning and doffing our masks.
yeah,
It was
and
fun.
and that's the only time you can really use those words. Like, so take on, take off, like that. Those are, but don and doff, you don't get to say that very often.
Only at
So-
Christmas, and only if
Thank
you like
God.
Christmas carols.
Thank God.
No, they actually in the player's handbook on page 146 operationally define the words. So, which I think is funny. Like, anyway, all right. So
So-
Elva has. Oh, go ahead.
I've just discovered something that maybe I'm late to the party, but if you update your hit points in D&D Beyond, it real time updates it in Foundry.
Yes.
Whoa, that's cool.
What? That's
As
new.
long as you have Beyond 20, and
Oh,
as
okay.
and as long as your name on your token is exactly the same as on, and it should be because we update.
Right.
So
It's because Beyond 20 owns Forge.
it's all true.
Yeah, I was
Okay, that makes sense.
messing with my. If you remember, Vale had given us aid. Right? Any very important lack of an S there.
Singular.
Vela gave us 1 aid each, and so I was taking that off, and it updated it, and I was like, wow. So, but also as a
I
reminder,
gave
if
you
anyone has
all
aid.
aids. Nice.
I
All
did not get aid, so I'm okay.
Okay, good. Good.
Because I hadn't started getting jealous yet.
Yeah.
Ladies and
Anyways,
gentlemen, this is the
or-
point in the broadcast where we need to warn you to put your children away.
Just put them in the cupboard.
It could be weird.
You don't think that needed to happen before?
Why can't
Well-
I pop my my combat tracker out. I can't remember which button it is to pop out the combat.
Is that what you
Right
call it,
click.
Paul? That's a
Right-
weird
right
name.
click on the,
Just
on
right click on the fist.
Oh,
I
nice.
think
Oh
I am
my
being very
lord.
helpful.
Oh my
You all have
God.
terrible minds.
Okay. So, Elva, you have moved forward, I see. What else would you like to do on your turn? Now that
I
everybody's
cast
asked
mirror-
all of
I-
their
I
questions
cast-
about this Gorgons. All right.
I cast mirror image.
Okay.
That's it.
You got it. Gorgon.
And Kotha's going to be up in the air so as not to be a target.
Wow.
This Gorgon is... Oh, I have to advance. Okay.
Advance.
Where are you? Which one are you? Okay.
Him, right?
It's this.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or
it's
her.
this one.
I don't know. Them.
I don't know that metal bulls are gendered.
They're bulls. They're male.
But
Yeah.
not organic.
No.
Well.
But yeah.
Ken still is a male Barbie.
Well.
Just-
Okay.
Has no genitalia.
If the Gorgon moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and hits it with a gore attack,
Well.
so I will try to gore attack.
No.
Um,
Wait,
you'll
I
need
thought
to
we
move
were
up-
fighting wolves.
You'll have to move up to me because I'm not.
Yeah. There we go. So, is it a disadvantage or just an attack roll and then you decide?
Needs to roll a d. Before the attack, it needs to roll a d20 to see if it's targeting me or a duplicate.
24.
Just a d20, not an attack roll. That's the 2.
I had put roll in there. Oh, 5. Oh no, 2 was the first roll. Sorry, that was the
Okay.
d20. So does that hit a dupe?
No, it actually does hit me.
Oh, okay.
You needed to roll a 6 or higher would have been a duplicate.
All right. I feel like I should re-roll because I didn't mean to hit that attack button, but gore attack.
Who's drawing all the arrows?
11's going to miss.
As measuring.
I am not wearing armor, but it is still going to miss.
Okay.
Wow.
And that is all he gets to do. So that'll bring us to Nubin.
Oh shit! Here I am screwing around.
Tonight, I didn't think anybody was screwing around. Everybody's on
I've
task.
been on exactly on task.
This game has been 100% focused.
I was in character. I don't know about the rest of you.
So I'm gonna run up here, and I'm gonna where do we got Huckman's Wall attack? Normal. Does a 19 hit?
Well, let me see, because I don't actually know. Ooh, it does hit. $14 points of damage.
Does a 25 hit?
It does.
Then I'm
Okay.
going to drop a key point and kick him. I'm gonna kick him.
$24 will hit.
Then I'm gonna kick him again.
$25 will hit. Wow. Just took it to this Gorgon. You can hear like these blows
Right in the
ringing off of it
Gorgons.
too. Yeah, you got him in the Gorgons. Okay, is that your go?
How does this Gorgon look?
He looks like he might be half the Gorgon he used to be.
All right. That's gonna be Nubin's go though.
Merryweather.
All right, I'm going to start by doing a huge whistle. I can't really do it, but whistling and trying to call the horses to come my way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move back this way. So, come on. And just
All right.
try to calm them, call them.
Anything else
Get
you
out
want to
of the
do?
way.
Otherwise, you can roll an animal handling check, and if you get over a 12, they all follow you.
I'll try to save our horses.
Okay. That'll do it. So they all move away. Oop, that was too far. Towards Mary. You can well, if you want me to move them in a different place, just let me know. But
No, I basically am just trying to get them to be calm enough to save themselves instead of panicking and running into danger.
got it.
So,
Perfect. All right. Does that Mary's go?
yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now we're on to this Gorgon. And this one is going to charge at Elva as well. D20. 5?
Will hit me.
Okay.
It's me.
Smee. So a gore attack. 16? Unarmored?
I will cast shield.
Okay. Shield goes up. Okay. All right. Then that will bring us to Vela.
I will move forward. Dash, bonus action dash to get to here.
Okay.
It might be there. I can't remember which one it is. And then I will cast Bane on all three of them. They have a DC 16 charisma throw.
Okay. You got them all. Like, what is that?
Yep, they're all within range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Southern 3 anyway.
Oh, there are more?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't zoom in. Well, I can only get 3 anyway.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
poop.
four.
I didn't see the last one. It's alright, it wouldn't have been in the radius.
Fails.
They have a -2 to charisma.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah.
But they're so
They're not-
shiny.
You got a nat 20.
Which one was that?
Middle one.
Okay.
He fails. So, this dude is baned. It says unconscious, but he's not. This guy is not invisible.
He's gone.
He is baned. Okay.
So
This
all
one
their
is
attack,
not.
those two, their attack rolls are D4.
Roll a
Bless.
d4 against. Yep. It's the opposite of bless. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your go, Vela?
Yep.
Okay. All right. He is Bane, but he's going to charge at you. And gore attack.
Well, that's not okay.
19 to hit.
Minus D4.
Oh, yep.
Got a
Minus
shot.
18.
Womp.
Okay.
No. If he'd rolled high on that D4, I would have had a shot. He wouldn't have hit me.
You take 22 piercing damage, and you need to make a DC 16 strength saving throw. Oh, you made it. So you are not knocked prone as it goes to trample you.
Cool.
All right. That's that Gorgon's go. The final Gorgon. 5, 10, 15. These holes aren't here. It's just I didn't make a map for this. So don't ignore this. There's also no trees. So this was a very green map I had ready to go. All right. He's gonna try to gore Newman. He's
Not very nice.
heads down, spiky, metallic. Horns coming at you. 21.
Jesus. Yep, that's a hit.
24 points of
Did you
piercing.
do your D4?
Nope, I did not do. This one didn't get
That
hit
one
by.
doesn't have one.
Oh, sorry.
And then on top of that, I need a DC 16 strength saving throw.
What's that for? I'm just curious.
What's it for? He's gonna trample you, and he might knock you down. And then if he does, he gets to run over you, and you take hoof damage as well.
Ugh.
Oh, but you made it. So you stayed up. All right. So that will be his go. All of the Gorgons have moved into the field of battle now. Robespierre, what's up?
All right, 2 questions. Would I be still on the ground sleeping?
No, Vela kicked you.
No, I kicked you, remember?
Okay. All right, good. So I'll say I'm not
You
prone.
talked about an
You're
inappropriate dream.
not starting prone because you guys had enough time.
Okay.
It was if
Got
they
it.
didn't wake you up, you'd be starting prone.
Would I have had an action to summon my packed weapon?
Prior to, no, it would be right now. You can use that action to do
Got it. Cool. I would have had it in its current form. I just not the form I want right now. So.
Okay.
Okay. What am I gonna do? I'm going to tap my. I'm wearing like a frilly, silky shirt. It's very colorful. No breastplate, and I'll tap my chest and cast fly.
Okay.
And I will fly over these guys' heads. It's like a 60-foot fly movement, so I'm assuming I can get like 10 feet up over them, out of their reach.
Sure. How high up do you want to be?
Let's say 10 feet over their heads, so however big they are.
Okay.
And I will, as a bonus action, I'm gonna hexblade curse this guy.
Okay, and he just takes that, right? Or is there a save?
Yeah, there's no save. It's just
Okay.
it's like hex.
Okay.
Let me make sure I got that. I think I got it
I
up.
think I'd know that by now, but
I think I would too.
he's radioactive.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. He's got the hexblade curse. I got a
Okay.
few little bonuses if I attack him, just as a note.
Gotcha. All right. That will bring us back to Elva.
All right. I will ignite my sword, and Katha will fly down and match Robes for height and torment this one to give me advantage on first strike, and I will attack.
Go for it. .21 will hit.
Oh, I should roll that again. I'll roll the next one at advantage instead.
Oh, okay.
For 22 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack at advantage. Oh,
Oh man.
it's an 11.
Nope. 11's gonna miss.
Wow.
They're made of metal.
Last attack.
27 will
27
definitely
will
hit.
probably
Yep.
do.
Yeah, for sure. So as you go,
For 23 points of damage.
so the sword ignites. Now you've got
On-
light in here. I should really have this.
Oh,
on.
and this one.
Yeah, I think I got it. I think I did it to the right one. Yeah. I should have nighttime on right now. Let's see. Let's see if this
Nighttime
makes
is
this.
the right time.
See if this makes this awful.
Oh, looks good to me.
Okay, and then now I'd like to put the light on. Did you put it on? So
Yep.
the light's coming off the sword. So as Elva attacks, now there's this glowing sun sword sort of thing happening over here. Awesome. Okay. Then it's this one. The ugly one. Who is going to try to use. He's just going to exhale heavily into Elva's three people face. Fuzzy face. And so I need. Oh, that's a cone. So that will be Elva and Nubin will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I failed.
Uh-oh.
I got a 2.
Uh-oh.
on the die. 9 on total.
Okay, well, you needed a 13. On a failed save, the target begins to turn to stone and is restrained. The,
Oh,
res-
that's
the restrained
fantastic.
target must repeat
That's
the saving throw
super
at the end of
fun.
its next turn. On a success, the effect ends on the target. On a failure, the target is petrified until freed by greater restoration.
Don't let me
Problematic.
die.
You better stay away. Vela, you're the only one that knows that spell.
I'm going to be really bummed if this wandering encounter thing that we just rolled for funsies here TPKs you guys. All right. Newman, you get to make a saving throw. If you fail, you are stone.
I'm stoned.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah,
Constitution.
you wanted the wandering bulls.
He won't be running.
Come on, Newman.
Oh, my heart.
No.
All right. You shake it off, but that's your turn. Your whole turn was shaking off the petrification effect. So,
Take it.
all right, Mary.
All
You
right.
can see the
I am
light
gonna.
to the distance.
Yeah.
So we're restrained. He can still take a turn, right?
It says at the end of his turn he can do something. I don't.
Sure, but the only effect on him for that turn was restrained, so he still gets his turn. He just can't move.
Yeah, I
Is
suppose
there an
that's
effect
true.
beyond restrained?
No, he actually can do that. Yep, that's exactly how it's written. Yep.
Yeah, he can
It's
still
only
He
the
attack.
can't.
next
It's
turn
just
that you're
You
stone.
can't move. You can't move away, but you can do an attack.
they have disadvantage is the only problem.
Oh, does restrain give disadvantage on? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then not relevant now, but if you get attacked, the enemies have advantage.
Mm.
So you can attack at disadvantage, I guess, is what I'm hearing here on the. I have never had restraint. I've had grapple several times, but
Restrain's what everyone thinks grapple is.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
15 will miss.
Okay. My second attack.
A 25 will hit.
And luckily, I'm standing here next to these guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and spend a key point like I usually do and start some kicking. Some ass kick. Oop, that was normal. Sorry, hold on. I'll re-roll
Okay.
at disadvantage.
A 13 will miss.
There's my second. Then
23 will hit. -9. And so then at the end of this, you're fighting through the like petrification effect as you beat up on this thing a little bit, and just at the end, you just shake it off, and the sort of flakes of rock fall off you as you shake it off, pounding on this Gorgon. Then we come to Mary.
All right. I'm gonna move 15 feet up and cast a bonus action, Guardian of Nature. I'm going to turn into the tree. Well, my skin appears barky and leaves sprout from my hair, so I get the
Whoa.
10 temporary hit points and
She
some
won't be a
advantage.
horse, but a tree's fine.
Well, I feel like the
Newman
No,
primal
can't
no,
spank a
I
tree.
agree. I think
is
it's
not as
very wise.
helpful. So this will give me some, and then it makes difficult terrain around me for
15
my
foot. Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm actually gonna step back by the horses, but I wanted it to be around where I was so that it was kind of protecting the horses,
Gotcha.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's light there. Does that mean I can see the enemies to try to hit them?
Yeah.
Okay, like, because I don't have dark vision,
Right.
so
No, they're
that
lit
was
up right
why.
now. They're glowing red in the flame sword held by
Okay,
Elva.
then I'm going to try, and this one in the middle's been hit the most.
Yeah.
I'll try to take a longbow attack on that one, and I get advantage because it's a dex based attack. So 18.
18
hit.
misses.
All right. I'll use my Horde Breaker on one of
Oh
them.
yeah,
Which
they're in Horde
has
Breaker
another one
formation.
been
This
attacked yet?
this one's been hit the most. Can you
Yeah.
see my ping? This one's
Yeah.
also taken a bit of damage
All right.
as well.
I'll use Horde Breaker on that one then.
Okay. 22 will
So
hit.
22. Okay. Damage normal for 9 piercing.
Okay.
I have to keep track of arrows. And then I do get an extra attack, so I'm going to go for
Okay.
the middle one again.
Okay.
I really want that one to go down.
28 will hit.
28 for 8 damage.
Okay.
And I think the Horde Breaker, I haven't been able to do it in a long time. I think it's just once on my turn. So,
Okay.
yep, once on each of my turns. So that is all I can do.
Okie doke. All right. So arrows start raining down on the Gorgon or the Gorgons. Gorgons. No, I feel like yep, definitely did close the combat tracker. All right. So then that'll bring us to this Gorgon, who will attack Elva at advantage, but I still need to roll the d20, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 2.
You're still
Gonna hit me.
Oh,
Okay.
It's my mirror images have done nothing for me.
Yeah, it's not going well. Gore.
Yeah.
At advantage, right? Because you are
Yep.
restrained. 17.
wait, you're Bane still, right?
This one. Yep.
This.
Yeah. Nope. This one's baned. Yep.
The one that
No,
you're the
he's
turn
not.
is not
He's
Bane.
not bane. No, you're right.
He's cursed.
Yeah,
That's gonna hit.
he's hex related. Yep. Okay.
It didn't get the charge though. It just gored without charging me, so that's probably good.
That's true. 19 points of piercing damage. Okay. So that's it for him. Vela, you're up.
All right, Vela is going to use her action to disengage and fly straight up 30 feet.
Got it.
And then she's going to use her bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. Oh, at 4th level. God, she doesn't have any spell slots.
Yeah, I know it's.
Sorry, guys. I thought this would be fun.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. This is the most danger we've been in a while. It feels like.
Long time, yeah. 15 on the one in front of me.
15 will
At least
miss.
we're not fighting mating T-Rexes, guys.
You could have. You had that choice. You skipped that one for this one.
I just watched.
All right. Will you please? Okay, good. You just threw it on there. Perfect.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Gorgon.
I don't know if you want to make a notation that I am 30 feet up.
Yeah, I did.
Somehow.
It says 30 on
Okay.
right above your token. You can do that too, by
Okay.
the way. There's a little number box. If you right-click your token, you can say how high up you
Okay.
are. Gorgon's gonna gore at you.
Paul, real quick, how tall the
me?
Gorgon?
At Vela. Yep.
I'm 30 feet in the air.
Oh, that's right. Oh man, now it's pissed. Okay. It's gonna.
Like that's why I wanted the note.
Let's all picture it still trying to gore Vela 30 feet in the air. Jumping
That'll
up
be
with its
real
foot.
fun.
It gets 40 feet of movement. It's gonna gore a horse.
Well, okay,
it went into the trees. Went
Oh,
into
no.
the
actually,
tree
I
thing.
probably should
There are
stay
there are
where
no
I
trees.
was because
There are no
as
trees
I
within hundreds of feet of us.
No,
No,
but
there
she
are.
did the tree thing.
I need to stay
Yeah.
where I was instead of
I
move
guess
back.
there's
'cause-
one tree within
Remind me.
hundreds of feet of us. It's
Oh.
Meriwether.
All right. So you're the tree, and now it's got difficult terrain. So
yeah,
it would have
I
been
had
stopped
moved
here.
back, but I realized I shouldn't have because as I read the spell, it stays around me. It doesn't stay where I cast the spell.
Right.
So I'll stay where I was in order to have, because the whole point of doing it was to have that around the horses.
Okay. So it loses its last bit of movement, which is enough to stop it from getting
Nice
to
work,
the
Barry.
horse.
Way to save the horses.
I don't want anyone riding me.
Well, yeah, you gotta have priorities. Which one is this? It's this one. Okay, so this one above Nubin is going to attack Nubin.
Bullshit.
27 to hit.
Yeah, damn it.
It's stained.
Oh, well, I think
That
23
one's
is
not.
Ah! Why
Why
can't I tell?
The two that have the little sleepy face up in the top corner are baned.
Got it. Sorry, I thought it was attacking.
All right. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway, because I'm pretty sure 23 still hits.
Yep.
So 25 points of piercing damage.
And when do I do my reaction?
You can do a reaction now.
Okay.
All right. Dex saving throw as you scream obscenities at it. Oh, I failed. Wow, Hellish Rebuke finally worked for you.
I know.
I think I'm going to get 3 points of damage. $13? Holy cripes. Okay. That's a great little reaction. All right.
That
Well
is
done.
right. It's about damn time.
The string of expletives is amazing.
And that's coming from the devil, by the way. That's about damn time.
Nice.
That's my devil side coming out.
Robes.
All right, as much as it pains me to do this, I'm going to swoop in right over the Gorgon's head. So I'm assuming the Gorgons are like 10 feet tall. Is that fair?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll swoop down over its head, and I'm just going to cleave at its head 2 times with my great sword.
Okay.
Wish I had my pike out. But so this will be regular attack, 27.
Will hit. I'm sorry, I gotta let this dog out. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. And I'm going to go ahead and use a
she's
spell.
not been drugged. That's why.
Oh.
Sorry.
So
Elderly
that's
dog.
okay.
Has
Alright,
lots...
she's old, it requires drugs, there's nothing going on that's inappropriate.
Give the dog Benadryl. It goes.
If only.
Yeah, that is true.
For the little one.
Never tried that. Okay. Anyways, I'm also going to smite it. Eldritch Smite, I should say.
That's a thing
So
for
it's gonna get a little.
warlocks?
It's a thing for warlocks. It's one of the invocations.
Cool.
So it's going to be an additional 5d8 damage.
Smite the almighty smiter.
All right, which one are you hitting?
Oh, I'm sorry. The one that's cursed.
This one here. Okay.
It's 68 damage. So it's going to be the regular sword attack plus 68 plus 4 because of its Hexblade curse.
Got it.
Wow.
Let's see
So-
the damage.
47 damage.
All right.
And it's also prone, unless it's smaller than a large. It's a large creature, right?
It's a large creature.
Yeah, it goes prone.
Okay.
And is it dead?
No.
I was like, dang. Okay,
Hey,
let me
finally
make sure
I
I
picked
mark
the
off
right
my
thing.
So it's going to be 1 spell slot knocked off, and then as it goes prone, I'm going to pursue it and just come in again with another.
Which I think
another
you now get
strike.
advantage on the attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, hopefully this will hit. So it could be great sword again. So this time at advantage.
That'll
Ooh,
hit.
22.
Just barely.
All right, how's it looking?
It's almost dead.
I am not going to smite it again then. I will just hit it with the normal plus 4 damage. So it'll be 23.
How do you
Right
want it to
into its
look?
head. Just sever its big old bison head and just like kick it rolling.
All right.
And And it's dead, and I absorb hit points for it, but I was full health, so it doesn't matter.
Which one was this? This was this one. He dead.
Yeah.
The cursed one, yeah.
He dead.
All
And
right.
then I think I've got a 60-foot movement speed with the fly. So basically, I'm just going to do the same thing, just fly over this one's head.
Okay.
And I'll go 10 feet above it, so I don't get hit, because I have the 12 AC right now.
I think there's a way.
I think I automatically get hit by these characters.
I don't know how to move to back. I know there's a way to do it, but I don't. It's fine. I'll deal with it later. Okay. So that's Robe's go.
That's it.
All right.
Let's say one down.
Elva, you can make an attack, and then we need a saving throw.
Yep. So I'm gonna make 3 attacks at disadvantage. Although Katha is gonna negate the disadvantage on the first one
Gotcha.
with the aid action.
Yep. 22 will hit. 19.
For 19 damage.
Okay.
And then second attack at disadvantage will miss with a 13.
Yep.
And third attack a 17.
He's gonna miss. The
Okay.
magic number is 19. I'll just tell you guys.
Then Constitution saving throw.
All right, and you
I am-
shake it off.
Yep.
Whew. I was a little worried for you guys.
Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, the likelihood of me not hitting a 13 is pretty low. But the likelihood of them always hitting me and not a duplicate is pretty low too.
Right.
Yeah, numbers have not been coming. These are Harmon numbers you've been getting tonight.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
both sides.
My numbers have been okay. It's just that duplicate that hasn't.
Yeah.
And that's it. I make that save at the end of my
Yep,
turn. So,
yep. Well, was
All
there
right.
anything else you would have done otherwise? You did 3 attacks, so yeah.
No, nothing that I would have done when I was immobilized.
Got it. That will bring us to the Gorgon in front of you, and he will gore at you.
He's baned.
Okay, I will remember that.
I know. I'm just here
Alright.
to help.
No, I got it. I appreciate that because I will forget. I'm saying I'll remember that now.
Spell only works if you say it's Bane
Bane's
every
not
time.
going to help me.
Yeah.
I tried.
Without my
That's
armor,
it.
my
I was gonna
AC
say you
is
guys are
15.
your armor. I mean, it's a great spell. It's a great spell and a great use of it. It just isn't
That's
working out.
why I did it, because everybody was armorless, and I was like, our hope is.
Well, and it
Wait a
rolled
minute.
a 15 on the die, so like I was
Uh,
exposed.
All of this, I'm gonna keep all of this if I don't hit your dupe,
Okay.
because I forgot to do that first. 7.
And you did. You took out one of the duplicates.
Okay, 1 dupe out. Okay.
So I have 2 more.
Cool.
And now the number is 11 or higher to hit one of them.
Okay. And Nubin, you're up.
All right. So Noob is going to take Huffman's Wall and miss.
That looks cocked. Alright.
Ugh.
That's an 18 hit. You said 19, didn't you?
19 is the magic
Yep.
number.
So I'm going to burn another whatchamacallit.
Key for flurry.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, because I definitely want my AC to be as high as it can be. Wow. I'm just flailing around like an idiot.
Well, I mean, you're glancing blows. Like, it's just not enough to go through the metal armor. So, of the.
Do you have the monk thing where you can spend key to make a missed attack hit?
No.
Okay. I don't remember if that's
I don't
specific
recall
to-
that. I don't recall that.
Joey has that, where he can, after he misses, he can spend key to increase his attack roll to make it hit.
Really? That's good to know.
But
I
it's-
can increase
it's
damage.
expensive.
How many keys
Yeah, I
is
can.
it?
It's 1 key per 1 point to increase
Oh.
the roll, and he
Yeah.
can spend up to 3 on attack.
Interesting.
You know what?
You know what monk that
That'll
is?
burn key.
But at level 5, he's only got 5
Right,
keys.
right.
What kind of monk are you?
Mercy, right?
We have mercy.
Mm.
I can get bonus. I can do the bonus attack
Yeah.
on mine, but I have to do it ahead of time.
Mhm.
All right. So that
Sharpen
was
the blade.
Nubin's
So
ghost. So we're at Merryweather. You are a tree person.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still am able to move. I just look more
No, you
tree-like
have
than I
tree-ish
normally do.
characteristics right now.
Yeah. And gosh, I think I'm gonna try to circle around, like get the attention of this guy away, like from the horses, so he might follow me.
Did you just snap at a bull?
Yep, I did. So I'm circling up this way and hoping the horses, like don't just stand there. But trying to, hello, Mr. Bull, right? Yeah. But then I am going to cast, let's see, I'll cast Hunter's Mark. Gosh, I don't have spell slots. So I will cast it at second level.
Okay.
And on the one in the middle, or well, between the dead one and the alive one up
Yep, I
there.
gotcha.
All right.
So he now has Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to attack him.
29 will hit.
All right. So there's the
9
damage from
points
each.
damage.
So 15 total with
Oh,
Hunter's
15
Mark.
with Hunter's Mark. Oh.
Yeah. And then I'll Horde Breaker the guy next to him.
Okay.
he should have been pretty hurt too, shouldn't he?
Yeah,
He's got to be looking pretty rough.
Wow, that's a bad roll.
Yeah,
With advantage of
those
13.
those will
All right.
miss. But
And
yeah, he is sitting on his last couple of hit points.
yeah, I'll take my extra attack back on the guy
Okay.
that's in the middle. Hopefully roll better. Roll better. 24. To
24
hit, that
will
hit,
hit.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
This should
So
do it with your bonuses. So, how do you want that to
yeah.
go? With the arrow going into the metal being.
I don't know. I just wanted to go quickly, so I'm just rolling the Hunter's Mark because I feel like it. Sorry.
Yep.
Just as quickly as possible, just to help my friends
Possible.
over there. Yeah, possible.
All right.
Okay.
And it just
Plus dead.
flops over, thud right in front of Elva. Is that Meriwether's go?
Yeah, it is.
Vela, you are up.
All right, Vela's gonna move her spiritual weapon up here.
Okay.
And then she's gonna hit. Oh, wait, isn't this the one that Mary killed?
No, I killed the
No.
one that was between the dead one and the alive one.
Oh, hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon down there, and I'm gonna hit that guy with the weapon. And it's at 4th level. There's so many buttons to hit to get to the attack roll when
I
you do a
know.
spell.
That
I hear ya.
hits
Oh,
for sure.
yeah, I think that hit.
That's his first
18.
bit of damage.
Nope, that one took Hellish Rebuke.
I think this one
Not
took
the one in
Hellish.
front of you. I'm doing the one down
she's
low.
Down.
Oh,
horses.
my bad. You're right. My bad.
All right. Anything? That was your bonus action.
And then with my action, ooh, yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna double check. Yep. I'm still 30 feet in the air. I'm gonna move here just so that they feel not alone. And
No,
then
nobody wants to feel alone.
plug your ears, y'all. DC 16.
Okay, you are playing your greatest hits. I see. That's this one here, the lower Gorgon.
The upper, the
The upper one.
the one I went to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's a wisdom save. Well, they're not as unwise as they are charismatic. No, he takes it.
Yeah, he does.
can just click the damage button. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Oh,
It doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
you can't because Toll the Dead is coded really poorly and
oh,
Screwed up poorly.
it rolls the D8s and the D12s.
at the same time. Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minus
Super annoying.
6. Okay.
CX.
All right.
That's all.
All right. So, of the living Gorgons, this one is going to breathe its paralyzing breath in this direction. So, see.
I am not in the way. I am 30 feet in the air, just a
30
reminder.
feet is in the cone.
In the air? Aw, man.
Paul, this one
30
here is breathing?
Yeah,
Okay.
30
Oh,
foot.
it's a 30-foot cone, so it's going to hit all three of us.
Yep.
And there's no like, if you've shrugged this off, you're immune
Yeah,
to it.
it doesn't say that.
Darn. Okay. Well, I failed again.
Oh,
shit.
no.
That's the same thing I rolled last time.
Vela succeeds, which is the
That's
person
good.
you needed to succeed.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Well, I keep thinking you're a paladin. You're not a paladin. And Newman failed too. Okay, so you two are both restrained currently, and we'll see on the second roll how things go. Other Gorgon. That's this. Uh-oh. I went out of order. I was the one I just did for
Oh, yeah.
breathing was supposed to be down here.
Well, I mean, they go
No,
one right after each other.
It doesn't
just
matter. It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Just so that we can have some random here, I know Mary's goal was to get the Gorgon's attention so that it didn't attack the horses.
And I spent an entire turn telling the horses to stay
go.
out of danger.
So,
So
I'm
trying very much and sacrificing,
Action
my
economy.
own action economy to save those horses.
Okay, I'm gonna let them run away in this direction. They're actually probably off the map at this point.
Yeah.
So then 5, 10, 15. Now we're in difficult terrain. 15, 20, 25, 30. He will attack Mary. Right. I gotta just do it from here, except we did them in the wrong order. Ooh, I critted.
Jeez.
This is
Too
not
bad
gonna
there
be good.
isn't a cleric
You
around that
critted.
could
How
help.
far? Oh wait, how far away? How far away is that? I'm looking to see if my son will make it.
Oh yeah, you can
I
negate
think
the
I'm
crits,
35
right?
feet away.
Yeah.
I'm 35
I'm checking to see my.
I think it's 30.
Either 30 or 60, and either way, I think you can get that. You can do it. Oh, I guess it's whether it's on the Gorgon or on Mary.
Yeah. What does the spell actually say?
Ah!
I see what you're saying.
I'm trying
then.
to click on it. It won't work.
Just read
It
it.
was measuring.
Was it?
That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I was
well,
curious.
Mary is 35 feet from you, but the Gorgon is within range. So what does this? What
I'll
does
look it
the
up in
ability
D.
say?
I'm looking. I can't get it to open up.
I think it's the person, isn't it? Isn't that what it
But-
was?
Is it the target or the attacker that has to be in range?
I'm looking up.
It's Sentinel at Death's Door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can.
I just needed
when
to switch
you or
over.
a creature you can see within 30
30
feet of you
feet.
suffers
Yeah.
a critical hit, you can turn that hit. So that would be the creature
It
suffers.
needs to be
It needed
Mary.
to be Mary.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So.
Too
here-
bad I didn't stay closer to you, Vela.
Well, that could have been a lot
It's-
worse, considering I've been rolling 21 damage on not critical.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Well, and I hadn't taken any damage yet, so
32.
I figured
Take your
All
share.
right. I had the 10 temporary hit points too, so
That's true.
it actually isn't terrible.
But you do need to make a strength saving throw.
And that's the part that's going to be scary because
Ooh.
not very good at this. Hey,
Oh.
wow, look at that.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. And that's that Gorgon's go. So
I'm Tree, leave me alone.
I'm Tree. Well, he's gonna sharpen his horns on you.
Hmm.
Oh man,
right.
no more
Like
bark on
that.
that section.
I had
How's this
scratch.
Gorgon looking?
Which one are
Has
you?
it been hurt at
thinking?
all? The one's been baned.
He's been
The
hurt.
one next to Mary.
The two on the two remaining are both really still pretty healthy.
Okay.
They've been hit a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in on top of the one in front of Mary, and just I'm looking at the other three and just saying like, you better kill this thing pretty quickly. Good luck. I'll zoom in
As you
over
are
the one.
slowly
Sorry,
petrified.
petrified.
Yeah, exactly.
As you abandon Vela and go to help Mary.
oh no! Don't put it like that. That's the wrong way. I'm more going towards the one that's baned. This one.
I mean,
won't
I
hurt
am taking on one by my lonesome over here.
That's right. I'm just trying to create more drama. It's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna come in and just with the great sword 2 times.
You got it.
I got nothing special on this unless I get a hit off. So here comes the first attack, and that's a crit fail.
Yeah.
And just cling right on its back. Not
Yeah.
even
I actually think
bothering
it's
it.
a air. You air whiffed.
Air whip. It's like a little stupid. And then a 26 is gonna hit.
Yeah, for sure. 26.
And I'm gonna smite it.
Okay.
My
Pour
last
some
spell
damage
slot.
into it.
Yep. So that'll be 44 points of damage, just and it's knocked prone.
All right. That it's now less than half the Gorgon it used to be. So that
Cool.
did some work. All right.
And I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay right there on top of it. Like I'm just like hovering over it as it's prone.
Okay. All right. That will bring us to Elva, who can take actions and then needs to make a saving throw.
I can't reach anything with a
Oh, that's
melee
right.
attack. So I'm going to use.
You can
Ray
go.
of-
You can move 5. Oh, you
No.
can't.
I
Move.
can't.
Sorry.
My
I was gonna
speed
say
is
I'm
0.
under. I'm 30 feet up. You
But
could move.
my
I thought
speed
you
is
were.
0.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot.
So I'm going to use a Ray of Frost on this Gorgon here because that's all I got.
Okay.
Oh man,
And then I'm going to make my save.
roll better on that one. Don't roll the. Oh,
Ooh.
there you go. There you go.
All right. Shook it off yet again. That.
Oh, god damn it! I'm a fighter. I'm indomitable. I could have been re-rolling these saves this whole fucking time.
That's right. That comes at level 10, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's a great little fighter. Fighters are awesome. Okay.
It's funny when we forget the skills
I never
we
pull
have.
fighters.
Hey, hold on. Doesn't my ring prevent me from being restrained too?
Oh,
Yes.
it does.
Yeah, you're fully immune to this power.
That's true. Yep, you cannot be hurt by this at all.
You can't be petrified. You can't be restrained.
Yep, totally forgot you had that ring.
Can't be petrified either.
Nope.
That's
No,
hot.
ring of free action. Nothing
Wow.
that.
Nothing
Restrained
magical
movement.
can
It's a
stop you.
nice ring.
Yep. So yeah, it's a great. I mean, it seems like such a dumb until you face a Gorgon, you know.
Oh no, it's awesome.
Newbin, you have no worries because the ring is absorbing all of this. Like, as the
Right.
breath hits you, that just kind of gets sucked into the ring around you.
So I'm actually going to. I'm just going for it. I'm taking Huffman's Fall at this guy.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh, nice. It's about time one of us
Get out of
gets one of those.
Was that doing crit damage? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
isn't that weak?
Oh.
And I missed the second one. I'm going to spend another key point because I want to.
Yeah, crits aren't quite as exciting for monks because monks are really like death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
It still is pretty exciting to see a 30 roll on a die, though.
Yeah,
that's pretty
yeah.
For sure.
Wow, that's pretty weak damage, but I got everything in.
All right. He's still looking pretty good. Pretty good. Uh, anything else for Newbin?
How many times can I use key point in a turn for
That's
attacks?
sort of the fun
Unless they
thing
require
about.
an action.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend another one then, because I want to do more damage.
I'm not. What are you spending it on? Because the thing you spend it on might have required an action.
Oh, it's just gonna punch.
When you spend one for Flurry of Blows, it allows you to use your bonus action to take 2 attacks instead of 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've
So
burned
you've
up your
already spent your
bonus.
bonus action.
Okay, so I can't. I'm done then.
Okay. Meriwether.
Oh,
There
goodness
is
gracious.
a Gorgon breathing in your face.
I know there certainly is. And they seem
It is
pretty
prone.
hardy.
It is.
It's
It
I
is
know
at.
it's
Yeah, it's prone at
prone.
your feet, and it has like a kind of a gash in its head from where Robespierre buried his sword into it with this sort of inky, eldritchy, like magical infusion into it.
And I do have so I can make straight attack rolls even though I would be at disadvantage normally shooting a bow at this thing, right? Because
Well, you disadvantage it for prone with a range weapon, and disadvantage for being point blank with a
right,
range weapon.
but I
So,
have advantage with my spell.
oh, because it's
So
hexed, right? Oh, because
yeah, but
it's.
you know what? I have to see if I kept the spell. It's a
Oh,
concentration
that's right.
spell. So
Can't you just take a few steps back?
well, I already got hit before. So I lost that spell anyway.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna touch it and cast Blight at 5th level because it's
Whoa,
right there by me. So I'll try that.
man, Blight is grim. Uh, all right. What's my save? DC 15.
Yeah,
Con. Ooh, but he's got an 18
I
con.
know. Well, they seem pretty strong, so I know. But a lot of my spells are con saves, so
Oh,
I'm like, oh, all right.
he
So
shook it off, unfortunately.
it'll be half of 41,
So round down to 20. Is that right?
20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still not nothing. That's a lot. All right.
And I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark to it.
Okay.
Just in case. It would be useful at some other time.
All right. That will be Meriwether's go. Vela, you have not been hit by the petrifying breath.
This is true. I am going to move my spiritual weapon to this one.
Okay.
Going to double check that I can do that.
Yeah.
Yep. I was measuring.
Measuring.
Measuring. And smash it with the hammer.
The key.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It was a Emperor's New Groove reference.
I did not catch it.
Smash it with the hammer.
That will hit.
21.
This
17.
This is at 4th level. Is it doing all that it's supposed to be doing? Because you
Yep.
cast this at 4th level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's looking pretty rough.
Womp. I am going to move 5 feet up based on previous experience with a cone that reached 30 feet.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to move 5 feet up and then over here.
Perfect.
So that I'm not in the blast radius for any of my compatriots.
I haven't been
And
rolling
then
recharges for these guys.
And then I'm going to.
Toll the dead.
That's correct.
All right.
DC
Wisdom
16
save.
wisdom on this guy.
All right. He fails.
Yeah, he does. That's not the right thing. Don't do that. 2 12ers.
Ooh.
Oh, come on. All ones.
It's still a decent amount of damage, and the sort of
12
the
and a 1,
boom,
average.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it did. It averaged it out, yeah. So, is that all of Vela's go?
Yes, and also my dog's real sad because I tucked myself under the desk and he can't get off my lap. He's real bummed about it.
That's funny.
Too bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
All right, so this one is going to try to, we haven't tried the hooves attack. He's gonna rear up and try to, kick at Nubin after having been kicked by Nubin. He's gonna miss.
He's not
Yep.
as good at kicking as
He's
Nubin
really
is.
not. I shouldn't have even tried that. Like, why not stick with the thing that's good? Anyway.
Because it's panicking. It's not
Yeah.
a chess player, it's a creature.
It's got an intelligence of 2, so.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I almost used a spell that wouldn't have worked on him.
All right.
Wow.
Then this Gorgon is going to try.
Well, they aren't really all that malicious because they're not smart enough.
Yeah,
Right.
I think they're meant to be like in mythology anyway. They are like rageful creatures. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that a bull's rageful the way we would understand rage either. But all right, either way, we're gonna have this philosophical discussion later as it tries to gore Mary.
That'll
hit.
work.
For 14 points of damage. Boy, he's been rolling low on you.
I mean, he is part bull. Maybe he understands that I'm really not a danger to him if he would just leave me alone.
Could be. Yeah, just maybe hurt you a little. Robespierre.
Did he get off the ground?
Oh, yeah, he stood up to do that, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm still hanging like
him.
right over his head, just floating there, and I'm just gonna draw the greatsword again and just try to kill and just say, "Stay down, you son of a bitch!" And I will hit it or try to hit it with a greatsword. I'll probably roll 2 ones.
You got it.
Go. Okay, there's nothing fancy on this one. Just a regular old hit.
But it
18
is
points.
enough. He had 15 hit points. Another decapitation.
Yeah, just like that's I'm gonna chop the back leg off and kick him, and he just rolls. And then you're ruling on splitting up multi-attack. May I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a ruling about it. I have been overruled by many people. I'm no longer keeping that rule.
Okay. I'm gonna fly behind this sucker and do the same thing and just try to slice out his behind.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that again. And 28.
28 will hit. Nice.
Wish I had a spell slot. And it'll be just 16 points.
Okay, he's still standing. He's about a third the Gorgon he used to be. See, sort of bits of metal have like pulled away from the frame of like what you see underneath is this metallic sinewy like structure beneath it.
And then I'm gonna fly straight up 20 feet. I know I'm breaking engagement.
Oh, would he get an attack of opportunity?
He would.
Because I think unless you fly by, it still actually
counts.
kills.
Oh no, I'm not. I wish that'd be cool. Yeah. No, he'll get an attack.
All right. I think for flavor's sake, I am going to go with the hooves, though, because I think if you fly away, that would be the way you would do it.
It rolls on his back and kicks in the air.
Tickle my belly. I want
like
bellies.
Like he bucks.
27.
Oh, well, I have a 12 AC, so that does hit.
Okay. You'll take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, kicked
that
higher
hits
up into the air.
More than twice.
Oops. Yeah, that hurts a lot, and I will do a Constitution saving throw with advantage because of my Eldritch Mind.
Ooh.
And
why do you wait? You hit him with your hooves. Do you get it? Does he have to do a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
To maintain concentration on his spell.
Yeah.
On the flying, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I would get advantage on that, just on concentration. But yeah, so he just kicks me on the way up, right in the chest. It hurts more when you don't have a breastplate on.
I
Yeah.
know. It does hurt, doesn't it?
Elva.
Okay. I'm going to move around. I'm going to come all the way around to this side of this guy.
Yep. No hole there.
And yeah. And attack.
All right.
And Katha will come over and give me advantage on the first one.
Yep. 21 will hit.
Good thing I had advantage. For 19.
Okay.
Second attack is a crit.
Oh, there it is. This will probably be it.
Oh, that didn't roll
Nope.
critical
It
damage.
did not roll critical damage.
So let's do it this way. 26 points of damage.
Oh, so close.
Third attack.
All right.
It just misses.
Yep, it just misses. It's still there with its 2 hit points remaining.
We got Nubin. Nubin will do this for us. Nubin will bring us in, right?
There's no jinx in there.
Was that it for Elva?
Yeah.
All right, Newman,
Well,
you
Nubin,
are
this is an opportunity for you because you have your death by 1,000 cuts and it only needs one.
Here we go. 27 will hit, and I know with bonuses, how do you want that to look when you hit it with Huffing's Fall?
I'm swinging up, and I'm just gonna, with the pointy end, stick it right up underneath his chin.
Oh. And you pull it out, and the thing just, as you pull the blade out, it mouth opens. You see some of that petrifying breath come out the hole in its chin that you just put in, and then it falls down, dead, and quiet returns to your evening.
Well, that was exciting.
There were supposed to be 7 of those.
Oh boy.
Good God.
It was 1d4 plus 3, and I was like, 4's enough. I don't really feel like doing that many.
That'd have been the whole game, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we?
You guys should
Can
probably go back to sleep
We
and also take a bio break.
bio break time. So
Yeah.
as
After
quiet
this
you guys,
battle, we all just have to go and relieve ourselves.
yes,
that's right.
And
But we will
I'll be
take a
back.
big break. We'll be back here in 5. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes.
and while we're breaking, just as a side,
Uh-oh.
Just as a
Just
side
as
note,
a side,
Tony freezes.
Tony froze.
The anticipation.
Oh, man.
Now I can't go on break. I'm just sitting here waiting.
What are we doing, Tony? Don't do this to us.
All right, I'm
Oh
putting
my
us on break.
gosh.
All right.
We're back. Okay. Well, some of us are. Others of us are listening, which sounds like a threat. Um, so, uh, the rest of the night passes peaceably. If you guys want to,
Oh, I don't get to hang out with Robes?
oh, go ahead, hang out with Robes.
Yeah, I'm kidding. It's fine. Unless Robes wants to hang out.
Well,
Which, I mean...
does Robes want to roll a perception check and see if he gets over an 18?
It seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna do it. I did not. Almost impossible.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, probably Vela's talking a lot, and it's hard to just, just
Ouch.
lots of words.
Like, so, we almost died just now, huh?
Yeah.
It would have been a slightly less heroic way to go out after all this time, killed by some fucking bulls in the middle of the plains.
Oh no, I think that was the T-Rexes.
Robes having slept through the T-Rex copulation is just... don't know that saying, but...
I don't know what that's saying.
Anyways, well, cheers to surviving yet again, huh?
Are we drinking together? This is fun.
I think I want to say I got another bottle of the claw wine from the fairy.
I think you
queen.
did.
So yeah, so I'll pull that out. I haven't, maybe it's been drinking a little, but I'll pour a couple shots of the claw wine.
Didn't we get claw wine when you were back in Saltmarsh?
Maybe that's where I got it. I was back in Saltmarsh. I definitely got another one. I feel pretty certain.
I'm so glad the people who are on watch are drinking as they watch. After we just barely escaped with our lives.
I'm only up on my plate, my breastplate.
I'm only a little on watch, but I am putting on my Mariner's half plate and prepping my spells and trying to figure out what it means to flirt.
Well.
And probably failing. Super
Make sure you have a good awkward moment where you ask Robespierre to help you latch up that armor.
Yes! That happened.
Oh my god, I rolled high in insight.
All right, now what?
So you asked me to help you latch up your armor?
Uh-huh. Yep.
And at first Robes is like, oh, no problem. I used to wear this set, so I understand it's a little tricky. And then, like, I'm looking at and, like, absorbing some of the past events and conversations. Let's say, so, what you do is you see that spot on the left side with the strap. You want to tighten that side. Let me, and I kind of, like, reach in and, like, grab a couple of the left side straps and, like, kind of tighten them. And then, press your belly a bit and try to suck in and let the armor sort of clasp, and then and then I'll just like try to finish off like giving her advice on how to like get the armor all like the torso portion specifically. I'm just like very like awkward about it. It's like
so funny.
like I think I might have had a little bit too much of this claw wine. Do you mind finishing up watch, Vela?
Oh, no, you can go back to sleep. That's fine. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. And Robes is pondering how elf timeline and ages work again, and sort of like, what's the right thing to do here? Yeah, he's also immune to getting drunk, but he's using it as an excuse.
Right. Oh, that's right. Oh man. Can I roll insight to see if Vela realizes that he's totally blowing her off?
Yeah.
What does it look like when a Yuan-Ti blushes?
Oh yeah, it's like a slightly darker green, I would think.
Hold on, I'm coming. Ooh, and my light's flickering. Insight.
insight. And I would say blowing off is maybe not quite exactly, although yeah, I'm not being subtle, so I would say you would pick up on that. But it's really more just I would say with an 18, definitely pick up that Robes is like, wait a second, this is like Vela. She's like a teenager, I think, in the elf world, and I'm older, what's the right thing to do here? But is that how it really
Nice.
works?
Help latching that up.
And so he's just a little like caught off guard, doesn't know what to do to process.
Nice. That's fabulous. I'm good. Oh, I should
Young
probably prep
teacher, the subject
Oh God!
of school.
Don't you
fantasy.
sting me? I guess police.
All right. So, if you guys sleep in a little, you will take the benefits of a long rest if you let yourselves sleep in a bit.
I think that's probably important.
Yeah, at this point.
Some of us might not be very useful.
All right. Go ahead.
What are you trying to say, Mary?
Long rest
I'm
yourselves.
saying I'm almost out of spell slots is what I'm saying.
I can't believe well, you guys have been in game time. In game time, I mean, you were battling in Wood Sage, then you rode hard into the hills, battled in the middle of the plains, battled again with the giants, then got out here and were attacked that very night. So you have not had a moment's peace since the ship, the
No.
Turkey Run Mark III, touched down in Wood Sage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
And I baited 2 creatures, so like I actually used hit dice. I don't know the last time I've used hit dice before, but I probably took more damage in this last day than I have ever, like throughout the rest of our game.
I think I didn't intend for this to be quite that much of a resource drain, but it worked.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
useful for you to know how much it takes to kill us too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is useful. But I don't want to try to kill you. That's never my goal. My goal is just to have it be exciting, like where you guys are like,
Right.
what happens on my turn? I love that feeling when I'm playing. When I'm the DM, I feel bad, but anyway. Okay, so the next morning, you guys, wait, we can do this.
You're gonna do sunrise, aren't you?
Sunrise.
I'm gonna stay on D&D Beyond so my computer doesn't freeze.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Sunrise. And you still have 2 more days of travel. So what I would like to do is instead of be ridiculous about this, we'll roll a d20 for weather. If you have inclement weather, you're going to slow down. And it'll add to the trip. Every trip we're going to go down because this is completely uncivilized, untamed lands in the middle of Keoland. So every day we'll do a d6 that you have a 1 on a d6 that you have a wandering encounter. It may not come to combat, but you'll have so let's do a roll for the weather first.
It is a shame we never travel through forests. I'd be able to be a little more helpful on a different terrain.
I forgot I have a table for doing this, so. Well, that's not useful. It tells me I got a 71, which is clear skies.
Oh.
So it'll be just a D6 for this day, but you only have 2 more days to travel. Does anybody want to roll the fateful D6, and then if you roll a 1, just roll the D100 right away?
I'll roll it. Oh, you got it. You got it.
No, I said I don't want to do it.
Oh.
All right, you guys have another peaceful evening. Uh,
Yay!
anything you guys, if there's anything that you want to do, perception checks for those who are trying. Now you have to eventually move to the east if you want to go to Neoldra. So you have to move away from the hills. But as you move away from the hills, anybody who, like, if you want to send Katha up, or if you want to fly up and give a perception check to see
Oh,
if you
yeah.
can locate anything.
Yep. Normally, I don't have to roll this often.
I'm not going to roll perception because that's my worst
I'm
ability.
not in the sky, but
You
Yeah, I will have caught the scout about, and since I'm riding on the back of someone else's horse, I will just shift vision into Katha.
15.
Okay.
23.
The 15 doesn't show anything that's out of the ordinary. You don't notice anything too strange. Um, the 23 though, um, you do see in the distance large cook fires, and it looks as if somebody is cresting a hill. Light blue skin, white hair, probably 18 feet tall. Not a hill giant. They look to be
Uh,
traveling towards a destination in that vicinity. They look like they're approaching something.
I'll relay what I'm seeing. I can't hear you or anything, but we'll tell all of you what I'm seeing through Katha's eyes.
Okay, got it. All right.
well, and I'll add those notes to our map, trying to figure out where all this activity is coming down.
Perfect. Okay. So, um, day one, or you're entering your last day of travel on the next day. Anything else you guys want to do with that day? If not, we'll just move into the next one, and I'll roll the weather for you guys. '83 is where did what's going wrong? It doesn't have the descriptions anymore. It's really annoying. Uh, see if I broke something. Yeah, I think I broke something. All right, let me just roll this one here. You have clear skies again. So another good day for travel. If somebody wants to roll that D6 as you're approaching, you can see now in the distance as you begin traveling that morning that there are the beginnings of like cook fires to the north of you, and starting to see outskirts of farm land, and I believe Keelan in detail. I believe that Neil Dra, yeah, it does have some of like the northern reaches of the Silverwood. We're not too far at this point, actually, uh, from Mary's home, actually. But as you guys get into this area here, you're in the, you know, Linth, and you're starting to get close to like these towns, Sporos Point, Dredstadt, and Old, and you can, you know, find a road now as you cross through here that will take you into Neildra. Um, so, a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. Actually, you guys are gonna be in enough of a civilized area at this point that I won't have you roll that D100. Um, but you're traveling quickly now along this road here past Dredstadt, Lake Town, Breed. Wow, they totally ripped off Tolkien for these names. Well done, Greyhawk. Um, and and apparently the Crypt of Strahd here, or no, Crypt of Sakal. Okay, uh, I was like, that's not
Oh my.
Greyhawk. Okay, so you begin to ride down this paved. This is like Roman road type style. The roads initially were sort of dirt paths, cutting through the grasslands. Then you start going past. You start seeing more farms to the left and to the right. And the roads then, as you get in towards Lake Town, you've got more like cobblestone. These are paved roads. You're not the only ones on the road. There is travelers moving, merchants. You see armed merchant train carts running by. You're in a very Now you've moved into a populated sort of area. Uh, you're probably at this point, because you can move at a quicker speed. You're maybe 4 hours out from Neoldra. Uh, what I'm gonna say actually, you're at Lake Town right now. You're maybe more than 4 hours because that's still 30 miles. So we'll say one day. The rest of the day's travel, you'll get there that evening if you keep going. Uh, Anything you wish to do? I'm not gonna have any random encounters because random encounter would be unlikely on these very patrolled. You see the Knights of Keeland, which is the armed the bannered guard of the kingdom, occasionally patrolling, you know, the road heading into the capital.
Yeah, I would just advocate that we keep going.
Yeah,
But if
just
anyone
ride
needs
on.
to stop.
Okay. Um, this is not like Saltmarsh. You are in a very populated part of the country. You will see it's far more um, cosmopolitan. You see, uh, I mean, not a lot of furbolgs in Saltmarsh, and yet it's not uncommon to see, uh, a furbolg. Perhaps even one. I mean, you're not too far from Axwood. It might be somebody from a family you know, but you don't know every furbolg, so it's possible though. But you see some furbolgs traveling. You see dwarves, gnomes. This is not like Saltmarsh, where the majority of the people there are human, uh, and elves. This is far more uh, ur- urban, cosmopolitan people coming from all over to live in this area. Um, so uh, you're able to make speed, and you get to the gates of Neoldra. It's very not pretty. Uh, it's fortified. This is a military kingdom. This is a keep around the city, a walled city. That means business. Um, it isn't done for fancy. This is not like Neuschwanstein or anything like that. This is true, uh, true uh, turrets and parapets, and they're armed and guarded. As you walk in, you get to uh, sort of this large archway with stone doors that have been pulled open. The stone doors are reinforced with bands of iron and oak, carved, showing like the Kimbertos family sort of doing great deeds, kind of like a tapestry, like the bay. What is it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking
The
about.
one from the Battle of Hastings, the bay
Mm-hmm.
stone or bay something. the Tapestry of Bayworth.
Sorry, I know what you're talking about,
Ba-
but I can't
of
remember the
Bayonne
name.
or something like that.
Isn't there like an EAUX in there somewhere or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't
Bayeux,
know.
the Bayeux Tapestry, Bayeux. Yeah, but it's got that kind of look to it, very like Anglo-Saxony, but it's carved. Um, you notice in the center of the city is the main castle keep. It's you're not anywhere near it. You can see it. It's on a hilltop. And there is a spire that comes out, and there are 3 airships that are sort of tethered, like docked at this spire, and the, the 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 banner of the Kingdom of Kioland is flying all over. I believe it's. I'll have to look it up later, but I think it's blue with like a rampant horse. Uh, and uh, and so then you enter, and there are several guards there. And as you walk, you see people are having to state their business. And so when you get to the front of the line, a very bored but officious looking knight of Keoland addresses you and says, "You lot, what is your business in Neoldra?"
Bela is super intimidated by all this and is like so shut up. She has no idea what to expect.
Oh,
We've been
um,
summoned, right? We've been
yeah,
called by
we've
the
been
king.
That's
we've
right.
been summoned by the king.
But do you have papers or any?
That's a really good question. It's been such a long day that most of us can't remember what we might have in our packs.
Yeah, you would actually have a writ that was given to you by Uncle Hastings. I forgot that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Sure.
because they wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, sure, go on in."
Well, I know, but I
so
couldn't remember if we
no, and
had
I
something
don't
or
think I
who
ever
had
said
it.
it. I don't think I ever said it, but yeah, I'm sure Mary would have it.
And I think maybe Nubin, looking that bag that you carry, we might have thrown something in there.
Yeah, maybe it's in there. Let me look.
You see
You've
the
been like,
statue. It's just sort of. No, actually,
yeah.
that's on. You didn't throw that in the bag of holding, Elva, right? Like that's it.
No,
on
I
you.
still have it.
Yeah.
I haven't even told anybody that I have it.
I'm just imagining Nubin's like tossing out like horns from Gorgons and like
Elva just
swords and
suddenly, Elva just stopped talking about needing a gift.
Yep.
That's
right.
right. So you guys walk through the city streets, and you can head directly to the castle, the main keep, um, or you could find accommodations, or you can do anything. You have a full Dungeons and Dragons city, like a major city. 25 to 30,000 people living in the walls here. That's major for D&D city. I think. Might be 50,000.
yeah, it's big.
Anyone need to gear up?
Pierre, don't you have some?
It's nightfall, right? It's evening.
Yes.
Would anyone
Mary,
like
you
a
were
beer?
Mary, you were asking me a question.
That's all right. I think there's some other talk about what we should do. I just figured you've been in cities before, right? You've done things with courtly people. I was going to see if you had some recommendations, but it sounds like there are some other ideas as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Well,
never
I would.
been to a city like this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say my first recommendation is if you remember, we were attacked. Somebody wants us dead in the city. So I think we should figure that out before we go see the king if we can. But that said, Nubin has a great idea as well. Did you hear correctly, Nubin? Did we go get the beer?
I think he said gear.
Oh,
I think I said both at one. Gear, the stores might be closed. Beer, well, they open when the stores close.
That's true.
I mean, I think it makes some sense to get an inn and sleep a night and freshen ourselves up before we go meet royalty.
Are you telling me I have to
agree
take
with
a bath for this guy too?
Well,
Not
no,
for
it's
just him, Nuben.
no. You should do that for yourself.
And for the rest of us. Actually, I like gross things, so I'm like, Nuben, you smell excellent. You don't need to take a bath. Very musky.
I think it's safe to say that when Robes thinks you smell good, you probably need a bath.
Fine. Then let's find a place where we can have a beer and then stumble upstairs and have a bath.
Together?
Goodness, Vela.
I don't know this town. Maybe is there a bathhouse?
Vela is so like traumatized.
I really do think, I mean, if the king desires us to be all, bathed, that's fine. But we were delayed quite a bit stopping by Wood Sage. I really think our priority should be getting ready, finding what we need to do, and reporting into the king.
So no group baths.
Well,
Okay. I'm
We'll
on
let the
board.
Would be
debauchery
faster.
first.
Oh,
I just
man.
don't want it to look like we're like having fun instead of doing what we were called to do. Because bathing with y'all would be so much fun. I don't know. I just can't find a way to finish this thought that makes sense.
Well, Mary, I think you make a great point, but I guess, well, actually, I guess this, Paul, would we have an impression based on size of the city, the type of the king this is, that if we show up kind of wearing adventuring gear, muddy and beat up, that we would offend him?
You've been given some conflicting information on this, and so it's
Mhm.
not 100% certain to you. What was presented to you is that uh, King Combertus Scotty, is a bit of a, stands very much on tradition and, um, would would expect, um, you know, uh, deference and that sort of thing. But you're also aware that he has a reputation of being, um, rough and tumble. Um, and so I sort of have you've got these two images, and the way that you could potentially sort of may come to the conclusion is he's like, you know, dresses up really well for the nighttime, but spends his days like in the forest hunting and doing, he's
Mhm.
that.
On the other hand, he does know who he reached out to, and he
Right.
knows who we are. So if we show up in our condition, it's not unexpected.
And if we could tell him about the giants that we saw, I mean, it may make more sense that we look like we fought some giants.
Maybe so, but I would at least feel comfortable if I could get a change of clothes and a bath. Doesn't have to be something where we stay the night. But and I'd like to ask some questions too around town, so maybe we could take a couple hours to situate ourselves and then regroup.
We're certainly not going to be showing up during his audience hours, but we were summoned specifically, so we likely don't need to.
I'm so
Okay.
We'll go
confused.
where you all think we should go, but my inclination is to report in as soon as possible.
Well, I think Robespierre is right. I think we find a place, we get our rooms situated, and we get ourselves as cleaned up as any of us feel we should, and then we go to the castle.
Okay. Um, as you're having this conversation, walking down these streets, you're on like the main thoroughfare. It goes pretty much from gate up to another gatehouse, so where the castle is. But along the way, it I mean, as soon as they say straight, it's a main thoroughfare, but it's still winding because you're going up a hill. Not quite like Minas Tirith sort of things, but just you know, parts of San Francisco maybe. Kind of winding and hills, and so you're on the main thoroughfare, but it bends and weaves as it goes up towards uh, the other gatehouse, the inner gatehouse, the inner bailey. And you walk by several inns that might do. You see one called the Demon Magpie Bar. Um, doesn't look like the rooms are great there, but you know, also might be cheap. Uh, then as you get closer in towards the city center, you see the regular geese and the voiceless otter. Um, the voiceless otter does appear to be a little bit more of an inn than a tavern, whereas the regular geese does look to be like a pub that just happens to have a couple rooms for let on the second floor. You could go looking for others, ask somebody on the streets for recommendations, uh, but those are the ones that you see that are clearly identifiable. You see any number of shops and whatnot, and as Newbin predicted, a lot of them are closing up for the night, but there are a couple with lights still on. Um, there are some people who do businesses a little bit more in the night. You can also see, as you're walking down this main thoroughfare, that there are many side streets and alleys. This doesn't feel quite as agrarian or rural, and by not quite, it's polar opposite of Saltmarsh. This is um, a city with districts and each one having its own sort of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna look for, Paul, I wanna buy a fresh set of clothing.
Okay.
And see if I can find someone who can give me a quick polish on my breastplate.
Sure. Give me I mean, you can ask around a couple people. If finally you get pointed to a place where, yeah, they do. Uh, they're not really known for their armory, but you could get another set of fine clothes easily enough. And they have the ability to polish things up. It won't be, military grade polish, but cleaned it up. And it'll run you, I think, a set of fine clothes is 10 gold, if I'm not mistaken. Clothes.
Okay. We'll have 1,000
Fine is
gold.
15 gold.
Never mind, not doing it.
Yeah, with your 1,000, you
I'm
don't
just
want to.
kidding.
But the spit and the polish will cost you a couple extra silver.
Okay. So we'll just say, let's say like 20 gold.
Sure.
Makes math easier. Okay. And while I'm doing that, is anyone going with me on the sort of like minor shopping excursion?
I need to get some arrows. So if we're doing anything, near the stores, I'm not buying clothes, but I would see.
I would go with Mary and I want to buy a longbow and arrows.
Okay.
Okay. Well, when we go to the shopping quarter, oh, go ahead.
If Mary is with robes, I'm going along.
And you know what? And Mary's gonna lean to Vela and say, "Goodness gracious, Vela, I'm not trying to poach your man. Heaven's sake, child, I don't even hunt for that kind of quarry."
Oh. Interesting.
That's fabulous.
And so just to try to, she'll just, lean in and whisper that to Vela to ease her mind.
Nice.
Oh. Okay.
Newbin's just gonna walk past both of them and say, like, while you girls bicker, I'm gonna go after him. Just
it's that 20 charisma. So
I'm following Robes and Newbin.
As they walk off, I'm gonna lean over to Merryweather and say, "Is someone hunting Robespierre?"
I really think Vela is from the sound of things,
Oh,
but not in
well,
a bad way. Kind of in the Tyrannosaurus Rex kind of way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
There's that saying again.
I
It's so good.
so I shouldn't be worried about protecting him as much.
No, he should be worried about protecting himself, perhaps, but I think we can just let it happen.
Right.
Nubin's
I'm gonna
gonna.
play. Oh, go ahead, Newman.
Nubin wants to buy a nice new set of vestments because he hasn't had his in a long time.
Okay. In the, I don't even know if vestments are in here.
They are. They should be. They're in the starter set.
Yeah.
So I assume they're in there.
While you're looking that up, Paul, I'm just gonna communicate to everybody else. Aside from the hunting drama connection, I'm gonna play that Robespierre is totally unaware of all that because you would probably have the savvy to not say it in front of him.
Oh no, I wasn't saying it in front of you. I was trying to say it
Yeah.
to the others heard, but I was definitely trying to make sure you didn't.
Great. So he will he'll just have a very honest, like very serious conversation. So as we were going our ways in the shop, keep an eye on anyone who has unusual eyes on you. We make a bit of a scene, unfortunately, but if you see anyone that looks dangerous, just pay attention. Remember that we were supposed to. Our friend told the people hunting us that we would arrive late, and now we actually are arriving late.
All
so.
right.
Just be aware. So,
Did you tell that to everybody? Are we all together, or did we end up splitting?
well, we're gonna split, but we're kind of all going to the shopping sector. So I'm imagining if we're going that direction, that like I would try to communicate that to as many people as possible,
Got it.
Okay.
and then we can split.
I don't see vestments on the list. I would assume it's the same as either closed common or closed fine, and I'm assuming it would be on the fine side. So that'd be 15 gold as well.
Okay.
And then arrows, just buy them at the regular rate, however many you want. You're sort of, when you said going to the shopping district, as you started asking around for, there's a district of stores, and you have to travel quite a bit west off the main road to get to this, but they seem to be sort of all night kind of marketplace. There's and as you walk in here, they got this sort of Mardi Gras feel in this area. Not necessarily that it's a, when you hear all night, you might think disreputable, and it definitely is a little bit more of the um, devil may care part of the city. And so there is a lot of street drinking going on. Um, and there is several like busking bands playing. So you're in a very, it's like a summer evening, and you're in a place where there's uh, live music from every corner going on. Shop windows are open. It's it the gas lights are coming on a little bit, and the people are singing to each other. It's just a fun summer evening in the city. But you guys are not, well, I mean, you guys aren't really, other than Robespierre, you're not well, the Styes is city-ish, not really city people. And so it's possible you don't really, you know, keep your eye on your purse. Even though this isn't necessarily a bad spot, this is where people go to take advantage of the naive. Uh, and so, just every once in a while, note somebody who looks to be paying attention to people a little bit differently than others.
Can I, as a countermeasure, either sort of watch insightfully to catch people who are pickpocketing and help stop it?
You can keep your
Or
eye open for it with a perception check.
oh, okay. Or if I don't catch them before the act. Whoops. Did it roll? No. I pushed on the wrong spot.
I swear it
Um,
popped up in my D&D Beyond, though. That was weird. It
it's
said
super
Vela
fun.
Darkison rolled. Yeah.
That's because we're in the same campaign.
Yep. That was weird. I've never looked at that before.
So if I don't catch them in the act, I would like to stealthily steal it back and give it back to the other person.
Okay. So, what you notice after a while, like I would say, like this is even after you guys have been into a couple stores and purchased things, and the night's just getting more and more like it's that late spring, early summer. People are having a great time, and maybe it's even like it's not a festival day, it's just Friday, and not everybody's drunk, but just out having a great evening. And you see a little kid, um, halfling kid, sort of wearing maybe not maybe, but he's wearing like the Hobbit pants. They're not quite full. you know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
he looks a little scruffy, and he is um, not very good at what he's doing. But because he's picked somebody who is super drunk, you see him lift the purse off of a man who is chatting up a woman next to him, uh, buying her a drink because there's like those Mardi Gras outdoor drink stand kind of things. I'm not from Louisiana. I will ask when I've never been there. I've never been to Mardi Gras. I've seen pictures. But where
I
bars have
avoid
the
it.
yeah, I imagine I probably would too
What a
if I lived
surprise.
there. But the there's drinks being sold from vendors all around on the streets, and somebody is just spending some of their hard-earned pay for the week, chatting up somebody that he fancies, and he's not paying attention, and this kid is lifting his purse.
I'm going to try to intercept, steal it back, and drop it back with the guy. And then if you can figure out the dice rolls on this, and then catch up with the halfling kid and have a conversation with him.
You're gonna scare him straight.
No,
And
no, I'm just not gonna role play the conversation if I don't do it.
All right,
So
give me a stealth check or sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Sorry.
did we freeze?
no,
Um,
Paul was rolling.
Ah,
all right, he doesn't notice that you take it off of him.
Okay, I drop it back on the man, and then I
Do you
turn
want
back
him
around and
to
catch
know,
up.
or are you doing that sleight of hand as well?
Sleight of hand.
All right, just give me one more, because I would love to see what happens. Okay. What's his perception? He's just really into what's
He's
happening.
drunk and chatting her up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so then you are
been
able
that
to.
guy.
Then I'm gonna catch up to the halfling.
Okay.
Hey,
Uh,
don't do that. There are
don't do.
better ways to make money. There's a job board probably in the commons, and you could go and like fight boulettes and make really good friends, and then they'll like take you on adventures, and you might even end up fighting giants, which is super fun and crazy because they play drums. Who knew that? I'm telling you, stealing from a guy who's drunk seems really exciting, but the best bet is to go to the jobs board and then find some other people and take on the job, and you'll make money and you'll learn stuff, and like you'll get to like fight boulettes and like ghosts and all sorts of cool things. If adventure's what you're seeking, that's the way to go.
All right, good story. Thank you. I will roll on that one.
You're not my mom.
And he
Also,
takes your
do you
hand
want... Oh yeah.
and he kisses your hand and he says,
Uh-uh.
"I appreciate
No.
it."
No.
Do you yank the hand
No.
away?
Oh yeah.
Okay. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Sorry, I meant no offense. I just wanted to thank
Oh.
you for.
You wanted to
This
steal
is the
stuff.
halfling kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You totally meant offense. Like, if you don't want my advice, fine. But stop stealing from drunk people. It's not even a challenge. Get over yourself.
All right. Well, consider yourself. No. uh, but he's gonna say, right on then. All right. Well, appreciate the
Wait,
advice.
what's your name?
My name is Carloman.
Carlome?
Carloman.
Oh, I was like, meh, you're an okay thief. Carloman. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll keep an ear open for you, Carloman. Hopefully in the next adventuring party we hear about who helps us, stop the purple verms that are taking over that city we were just in that Bela clearly remembers the name of.
Wood Sage.
Yeah.
Okay. We're reaching the time where we're gonna draw to a close, I think, because it's gonna be 11 o'clock Tony time here.
Oh, I have an important question.
Yeah.
We have received money and loot and things that has not been distributed. Elva doesn't have any money, so if I'm getting a bow, I'm gonna need to get money out of that bag.
Yep. Tony, are you checking the bag's contents?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going there now.
I can
We
help you.
have.
I have a extra longbow.
Oh, well, then I don't need to buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I use a longbow +1, but I have a longbow that I also carry
I
around.
don't expect that Elva's going to use it much, but I should have something other than just Ray of Frost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could give that to you. It's not doing me much good just sitting there.
I will take it, and I will buy a couple quivers of arrows, but I will still need coin.
Okay.
I have a little bit, so I could afford to buy arrows.
There were all these coins in the in the ant egg nest.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go in there.
Nope.
In there.
But yeah.
Well,
That's okay.
I think we most of the time do not go where you're putting items for us,
I
so
know.
that's part of the course.
I know. I'm like I feel like such a stingy bastard, and I'm like I'd put stuff out. But I like to have it make
we
sense.
did get we got a lot of money as rewards and things, and
Yeah.
we found a lot of money. It's just all gone into the group pot.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Coleman?
Carloman.
Carlo man, I put it in the chat.
Oh.
Carlo man.
Since we're going shopping and you brought it up, Newbin will ask, do we need to divide up some of our money?
Does anybody need walking around money?
Well, only if we're not going to walk around together, I suppose.
I'm good.
I
I'm
think
good
I
for
have
now.
enough.
Yeah, I don't have need for much large.
I need 20 large.
So, do you need some, Alpha?
No, I think I'm okay for
Okay.
the basic needs.
Okay,
How
we
much room
have
is
plenty.
in that bag though, Newbin? Are we able to throw some bundles of arrows in the bag of holding if I bought some extra? Because I
Paul, you
used
want to answer
quite a
that
few.
question?
Let me look in the bag. Because basically the bag is like what, 3 cubic yards or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think the thing that's probably getting in the way at this point is that plate armor full suit.
Yeah, and I could easily sell that. We didn't think we were going to get much for it, but while we're in the
500
city,
pounds.
Well, I think if I recall, the conversation was we wouldn't get much for it where we were, but we might get something for it in a city.
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, actually, if you guys want to try to sell that tonight,
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh.
You guys will be able to get 1,100 gold for that.
I'll do the
Whoa.
negotiation.
What was that?
I'll do some negotiation on it and say,
Okay.
try to get 1,200.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna pitch that this is like really cool special
Well, you
armor.
got it underwater Sahuagin Kingdom, I think.
That's
Is how
right,
long
yeah.
you've been holding on to that. So,
We'll sell it with the shield that has the Sea Prince's symbol on it.
ooh, okay. So the Sea Princess shield comes out.
I
That
don't
was-
want to do that.
Yeah. That's
Oh, you
right.
don't
I'm
want to
gonna
do that?
I'm
Well,
doing the. I'm,
Pirate.
All right.
Let's sell our black legs with the skull and crossbones.
So
we could say we killed the sea princes.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
curiosity. That's be my pitch. You could have the plate mail for 1,200, and this shield. We slew an entire crew of sea princes.
deception
I
check.
took this from them. Damn it. Okay, deception.
Yep.
Okay.
Big
Whoa.
fat liar.
It's 2 good rolls though.
Yeah, it's 2 good rolls, and so the eyes are just gonna go as big as sausage. And these, look, I'd like to take that off your hands. That's incredible, but I honestly I'd feel a little dishonest. The king pays a bounty on those. Like, you might want to take that because I'd have it, but I'd have to explain how I got it, and yeah, you probably get like 500 gold for that.
Oh, nice.
Friend, I appreciate the tip. Definitely doing us a solid favor.
Well, again, I don't know if I'd even be able to move the thing, but that's really cool. Do you have anything else you'd like to move? I'd be happy to take a look, but
Only thing I can think of is I really want someone to identify an artifact that we found. Do you know anyone who has that sort of talent?
yeah. Actually, oh, he might not be open, but he might. He keeps really strange hours. Just roughly like 2 blocks over. It's full cares. Um, yeah, he goes by his first name. Full cares over across the street there. Wizard, strange guy, very friendly. Um, how do you feel personally about whiskey? Because
Well,
if you have some, it'll help.
I have something not whiskey, but and I pull out the claw wine.
And he can
This is a
smell
bit
it.
of
And he goes,
delicacy.
"Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know him that well. Maybe. Ooh, that smells like.
We could just get a bottle of whiskey.
We could do that, I suppose.
Just asking kind of behind the scenes then, are we selling the full plate armor or what?
Oh, you sold
Yeah.
it for 1,200 if you wanted.
Okay, I got it.
I juiced it for 100 gold for no reason. Okay. Yeah, so we'll sell the plate armor.
That makes up quite a bit more room in that bag of holding. That was probably a third of what was in there, size-wise, I
And
think.
then kills them.
While we're there, I would also like to sell my extra half plate armor.
Okay.
Mechanically, I probably should have worn that plate, but
The half plate?
no, the plate.
Do you want
Yeah.
it?
I thought you had Katha skin
Yeah.
armor.
I have Katho I have Katho scale, but my AC would be a lot higher.
Yeah, take it.
But
If you want it, that's fine.
but I would then have disadvantage on. Well, let me do the math. Let me figure it out.
Okay. The half plate, he will be happy to give you 600 gold for the half plate.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
And is somebody still wearing the cloak with the manta ray?
I think
think
that
Elva-
I think.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
Okay, so you have that. I'm taking that out of the bag too.
So he's like, yeah, full cares, strange hours. He's
Yeah, the plate would only actually improve my AC by 1, so I think 1,200 gold is worth it.
Okay.
all
So
right.
1,200 to the bag.
Because my armor
I'm-
has no limit on my dex bonus added to it, so
Oh,
it
really?
actually, yeah, it's the serpent scale is scale armor, so it's a 14 plus dex, but normally that's limited to +2,
Yeah.
and it has no limit. So I'm getting
Oh,
a full
nice.
+3 out of it, which puts me 1 point off of plate armor.
Wow, that's incredible.
And
Hey,
it also has
Robes.
no disadvantage on dexterity on stealth.
Nice. Robes, you gave me this really nice armor that I'm wearing, and so I
Mhm.
sold my other stuff, and I thought maybe you might want half of the money that it made, since if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to sell the other stuff. Or maybe you should take all of it. I don't know.
No. I think half is good. I mean, honestly, you do so much for all of us in combat, so I don't think it's. You really could keep it if you'd like, but I won't turn it down.
I can keep it if I like, but you won't turn it down.
If you want to give me
Okay.
half, but I mean, like I said, I think you deserve it. I gave you that armor because you keep us up and running, and you need to stay alive. So, but if you want to sell it and it makes you, I'm sorry, I'm not
No,
very good at this sort of
I
thing.
didn't sell the Mariners. I sold my
No,
extra
no.
armor
I know,
because I don't need to wear my extra armor because you gave me the Mariner. Here's 300 gold.
I'll take the 300.
All right.
And I'll go to Nubin and I'll like, could you please maybe put these arrows in the I don't really want to be a bother to you, but put these in the bag of holding, please, Nubin. And I'll just kind of wink at Nubin. I mean, just to be
How
silly.
many arrows is it?
40 arrows, if you don't mind.
And then I don't know why. I'm just looking through the rest of the bag. I have 2 stilettos to sell.
Yeah, they're not going to get a lot for that, but you're not going to get a lot for them anywhere.
Right.
He'll
I don't know why I had
probably.
those. I feel like I had those for a reason, but whatever.
Yeah, you can sell those for
Stilettos?
10 gold
All right.
for both.
And I have a silver wine decanter in here.
Yes, you could sell that. He's not going to buy it. He'll point you to another a jeweler who might be interested in it.
Okay.
And if you do go over there, then he'll make an offer on that.
All right, we'll go over there.
Okay, it's he offers you 120 gold for it.
Is that everybody good with that?
That's good.
And
Hearing no objections. All right.
Sold.
All in favor.
All right. Are you going to full cares? Is the last thing I want to know, or are you guys going
I
to
only like the half care.
find find
I
a
would,
place to sleep, or?
I would definitely like to go get the bracelet checked. I mean, I know that the party was interested in trying to go check in with the king's court. Maybe we could split. One of us goes to check the bracelet, and one of us goes to check in.
Okay. Who would like to go and like announce that you are present in the city to the castle?
I mean, Mary
I would
said
I
she
would go.
would.
I do think it's important to.
Yeah. Send Mary and Elva. We're really great to represent the party.
Okay.
What's your charisma, Elva?
Not terrible.
Okay, great, because mine isn't really wonderful. So
Okay.
Wait, what's the other option?
Going to full cares, or also getting place to sleep for the night, getting the inn set up.
Okay. I don't know what Vela would do. She's so overwhelmed. So much.
you know you'd stay with
There's-
Robespierre. Come on.
Robes,
Well,
what are you
I'm
doing?
going to get the bracelet. I'm getting the bracelet checked out. I'm very concerned about it.
Okay, I'll go with the bracelet crew.
Okay. Noob, what are you doing?
I'll be with the bracelet crew too. Why not?
Okay.
This sounds magical.
So
But
I'm not gonna make a charisma check. It turns out to be a pretty straightforward affair for Elva and for Merryweather. They go up and they present the letter as they go through layers and layers of guards and functionaries, and finally you present the letter to somebody, and they said, "Ah, the king has been expecting you. We were told you'd be late. He will be free tomorrow at 1 p.m. Uh,
Well,
you
I guess he's not in a hurry.
will be dressing as such. It's fine. It's fine. What you're wearing's fine.
Could be an animal if you'd prefer. I could report as a.
I mean, the king does know that he reached out to adventurers, yes?
Oh, yes, yes. Just usually they. It's fine. You look fine. You look great.
About a
Both of you.
peacock. They're kind of festive. A peahen, perhaps?
I think the king would be delighted. Peahens are less I don't know,
Yeah, I don't
fleshy.
know how that works when I transform. We'll see. We'll see what I can accomplish tomorrow.
That would be funny. Okay. But yes,
Can we ride a peahen in? Is it like a
giant peahen,
were peahen?
or like
You're not there.
a dire,
I'm not
A
gonna
a
dire, that's
dire
what I meant.
peahen. uh, now I want to see that. Uh, but that
Hex your eyes out.
it is a relatively straightforward affair. You will be greeted in the, he is a very busy man, and he has been waiting for you. He has held a time open for you for every day until you've arrived. So, uh, he
All
is
right, we will report to the rest of the party the expectations that you have relayed to us.
okay. The other three of you get to full cares, and you see a light on through the side window. It's got one of those front, like, Victorian England shop windows, and you see a number of magical items, like that say things like now half price, um, and there's like lists a menu like looking for this spell to be cast. I'll do it on a Thursday. So it's all done kind of shoddily, and the door, it does say open. There's a sign that says open in the front window. So it's one of those green buildings. It's got the gold embossed letters on the front. Says full care. Fulcaire, and then apostrophe S. But what it's possessing, unknown.
It's a grocer's apostrophe.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right in and just say we go in. It's late. I don't want to really wait this much longer. So, and I know it is actually is late.
Yep.
I'm dying to know what the hell this bracelet is, but I'm happy to wait until next game if we want to role play it out.
We can do either. I can do it right now, or we can pick it up with meeting Fulcaire the Enchanter next time.
Elva's going to tell Mary that our task is discharged, so we should probably go get a drink.
All right, sounds good to me.
How you feeling, Tony? You ready to wrap up?
Yeah, I'm pretty spent. It's been a long week for me, actually.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. So we will pick up with meeting King Kimbertus Scotty and Fulcaire the Enchanter next time in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Had a bit of a crazy random encounter adventure plus a little bit of a shopping episode. So anyway, hey, if there is somebody like that's not a bot listening to us now, and you're so inclined, hit the follow button because it helps us do more cool things that we're hoping to do once we have enough followers. So, all right, that all said, we're gonna call it a night. Take care, everybody. Bye.